Money has plagued the human race since it was invented. Instead of just bartering for what you needed, people started using a proxy with no inherent value. By stealing that proxy, you could get whatever you wanted, a real shot in the arm to the criminal element. When the apocalypse knocked us back to the Stone Age, we broke this cycle at least for a while. We were bartering in good faith again. Mammon wasn't dead though, just sleeping. Sure enough, we found a new proxy, and in short order we were back in business. The ghosts of the old ways are still out there though. Today our crew has a brush with the ghost of credit cards past. What's that PIN number again?
We're going to start back at the Shire. Well, let's have Erik and Dee. You're hanging out. They're trying to repair the churro machine. The churro machine has been shut down, which is a tremendous tragedy for the people of the Shire. So you've been in there working it, trying to get it, and it's creating overcooked, overfried, deeply dark burned churros, which are completely unacceptable. So you're trying to chow down on unacceptable food when Nevad comes back from his most recent mission with news to share.
This one looks like a croissant.
Man, you ever have something like change from being amazing to just awful through one like repetitive motion that has made it terrible? I think that is where we are with this churro process, right?
It even tastes like a croissant. It's terrible. It doesn't taste like a churro. It doesn't taste like a croissant. It doesn't taste like freaking anything.
It tastes like burnt cardboard.
Use your wife on it.
I don't want to waste the bullet.
Okay.
I mean, plus, what if we get it fixed? I mean, churros are so amazing when they're right. And when they're wrong, they turn on you. It's like a horrible wrestling match when you go in hoping that, you know, the person that you're rooting for is going to win, and then they turn heel in the middle and smack you with a chair. That's what these churros are doing.
You're losing me with all of these metaphors and violence queries. Can we like take it apart and clean it? I'm sure there's like sugar gunking up all the bits, kind of like sugar gunks up all our bits when we eat too many of these. And maybe it's just browning because there's like brown sugar all up in the annealer. Like we can like fix it or whatever.
Fine, let's do it.
Okay. I know I said an annealer and that's like a thing for blowing glass. What I meant was an impinger. It's the thing that makes things roll.
You know, in my mind, those words are virtually interchangeable. So you could have literally said either of them in either event, and it would have meant the same to me.
Now that I'm learning more words, it's really important to make distinctions when they're wrong.
Mike is watching Shannon's stream, wondering if he's going to be a complete bastard to make them talk about churros for the entire episode. Because in my mind, Nevada's like at the door, not coming in.
I'm standing there. I saw that it was a two-shot. I didn't want to step on their. I didn't want to step on their scene. I didn't want to just like barge in like the.
I think we've just experienced a large amount of improv courtesy.
Oh, indeed. I was like, that scene was.
I was having fun. I could go for 20 minutes.
I was getting ready to talk about the book I was reading on churros.
Did you know?
That scene was going great. I felt like I was learning a lot just as a player.
So Gabe,
okay.
Churros were invented by Erik Churro in 1437, and the recipe has only been changed one time by his great-great-great-great-granddaughter, who decided that cinnamon sugar swirl was better than straight cinnamon. So there's a whole history I'd be happy to teach you if you have the patience to listen.
Yeah, but when did the chocolate get injected? I mean, that is a second change that I am not prepared to deal with.
So originally it was an Aztec cacao paste, and it happened in 1714, and it was a reward for that hit ball game for whenever you won and you killed your best friend. You also got chalky sauce on your churro. But
hey guys, stop talking about churros.
Oh, hey, Nevad. We're just trying.
We're just talking about churros, man. You want to pull up a chair and talk?
I could tell.
The machine.
Oh, the churro machine's broken?
Yeah, it's broken, but I can fix it. I'm really smart now.
Yeah, I know. Hey, D.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we went to that dome and you got injected with nanoparticles? And that's how you. Well, that's you know how your lips and your would.
Oh yeah, I very clearly remember. I look at it every day.
Well, what would you think if I happened to just have come back from there?
Are you okay? Are you silvering? Is something the matter?
So okay, a lot of stuff happened. I was out with Goldwater and Oni, and we met. There was a like this high-tech glider that crashed out in the wastelands, and there was an Ultra Cat in it named Professor Pickles, and the Ultra Cat had a the cat could talk telepathically, so it could talk in my mind. The cat could also move things with her mind. So she had a pre-gen human servant named Lita with her as well, and they hired us to try to get back into, I don't know where they came from, space or something. So we had to go back to the World Dome because they're the only place that has high-tech stuff. And guess what happened? Those jerks did the same thing to Lita that they did to you. They pumped her full of a bunch of nanoparticles, and we had to rescue her just like we rescued you and stop this experiment midstream. And then they took off into outer space, and the rogue church got destroyed by angels, and I had to kill a bunch of freaks in the experiment. It was bad, guys. It
didn't happen.
There's a corporation called What's it called, Mike? GM question. What's the corporation called?
I don't have those notes open.
I don't. I've got it written down somewhere. Comcore.
I don't want to misquote myself.
There's a stupid corporation, and they teamed up with the.
I don't understand anything you're saying. You're going too fast. Erik, are you getting all this?
I mean, I caught angels and nanobots and a church.
Well,
I mean, pretty much the same shit we go through every week, but it seems like a whole lot of it.
Yeah, it all hit at once. And they pointed out to me that we have a lot of arch enemies, like more than the average person.
Are Oni and Goldwater okay?
No, Goldwater went missing, and Oni had to go find him. So it was just me, and I hooked up with Socket, and then so me and I don't know where Socket is, but we came back here. He had churros. I can't look at another churro because they were all stale. But here's the thing.
The churro machine is broken and it's spitting out stupid non-croissant croissants again.
So here's the thing. The place where you guys remember Alan 5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the place we took him got blown up by angel fire. It got glassed. But I met a frog named Kermie, little frog man, who told me that Alan 5 was safe. So, and he went to go find him because they were going to fight. There was a lot of blood and it was all bad. It was a lot of violence.
That is a
How
lot
have you guys been?
Of information.
I know.
I have been pretty much fixing this churro machine for the last 3 weeks.
Well, I wish I would have stayed with you.
I cut my tongue trying to clean sugar off one of the pieces. You want to kiss it and make it feel better?
Oh.
That was gross. I'm sorry. I take it back. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's kind of nice.
Okay. I don't know.
Being in firefights all the time.
It's
What?
different than just kissing tongues. Like kissing my tongue because it has a boo-boo on it is different than like kissing with tongue. It's just different. I feel bad. I made it weird.
If I like kissed your... Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna
So, like,
You don't need
go.
to dissect this more.
So you want me to kiss your tongue?
You guys
like
have a great afternoon. I will talk to you later.
Erik, you don't want to coach us through this? We clearly need some help.
I am a man that is married to a shotgun. What do you think I could do to coach you through that experience?
Maybe you could demonstrate with Karen, and then we can try what you do.
We don't have that kind of relationship.
Oh, a pure marriage, I see.
So we've established that if Luis came in to explain the last movie, in this campaign it would just be bonkers. If he caught you up, yeah. I'm kind of half watching Gabe as you're saying just a long set of ridiculous nonsense.
So
also like a soap opera.
Yeah. Oh, it's very soap opera. May I also, for those for Gabe and Danielle and Mike who were not in last week's stream, my role in last week's stream was I crawled through a tunnel, jumped into a room, gave all the exposition, and then just given the way that the plot was working, I got back in the tunnel and crawled out. Like I showed up and I was like, "Hey, Lita, don't get injected with this poisonous robot stuff. Bye, I gotta go." I just turned around and went back.
Genre movie, yeah. So sometime later, can you give me the map, Colt? Oh, the terrain. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to begin at the Thirsty Stallion. The members of your crew have been to the Thirsty Stallion before. The reason you're here in this particular time is Erik, you received word from an associate of yours named Gekko James. Gekko James is a scoundrel. Gekko James is absolutely not to be trusted, but he's a lot of fun, and you often have made large amounts of vaults working with him.
You're describing pretty much every friend I have had since we have started this experience.
It's either a scoundrel or just a straight killer.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the people that would come to your drinking sessions. Like,
perfect.
He's part of that crew. So he dropped a note saying, "Need vaults, come here, bring help." And so you had nothing else to do but obsess about the churro machine. So you scooped up the Navad and Dee, who have been spending a fair amount of time together, and you have come out here to this biker bar. So this is a very old school, rundown kind of place. The last time you were here to gather some. You were picking up a supply of meal bars.
Oh, okay.
There was a geriatric crew of bikers. This time, however, you don't see their colors or bikes outside. Instead, you see more serious bikes. Like they were sort of the dad gang. Like they were all very aging, especially in this environment, and like the kind of people that in our world are I'm a biker on weekends or 3-day weekends.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. These guys are whoever's here is legit, and the letters DF are on the bikes and all this stuff on the bikes.
Do I know what that means?
You do not. You don't recognize that gang at all. So being a biker bar, usually they kind of trade hands. Like whoever the kind of dominant gang in the area is, they tend to be, it's their bar. So it's not just bikers in general. It tends to be a base of operations for one gang. So it apparently has changed hands. So
So we're there because Erik heard word that Gekko.
There's vaults.
Yeah. There's vaults in play. Okay.
Yep. And if nothing else, you might want to buy new parts for the
churro machine.
Yeah. So
it's very important to our mythos.
They're depending on us.
And heading into the bar, please describe for Gekko what you look like physically. Let's start with Erik.
All right. Well, Erik is short, but not quite a dwarf. He is shorter than average. He's sort of round, barrel-chested, with short legs, but very long arms, like freakishly long arms. He's kind of hairy, and green. That's one of the first things you'll probably notice is that he's green. He's also got an eye patch over his third eye that keeps him from seeing in 5 dimensions. So he's able to only see in 3. He is sort of resplendent in, a velvet jacket, what looks like a bastardized version of something that Jimi Hendrix might wear. He is very much a fan of the mod era, though in his mind, the mod era exists somewhere between like 1965 and 1997. Like the mod era is just that time. And he's got a rather prominent looking gun strapped across his back almost all the time. And that would be Karen, his wife, who he married in a ceremony a couple of months back.
And behind him would be D.
That's me. I'm D, and I am like a silvery kind of like smooth skin looking being. I've got like a silver tint to all the softer parts of my skin, so like my eyes and my lips and like parts of my cheeks and stuff. Fingernails. That was because of a visit where I got injected full of little nanobots, so now I'm all silver pants. But I have blonde, short, kind of like swoopy hair, and I'm like 5'5" and have a medium build. I'm strong and a little lean, and I also have a green jumpsuit that looks kind of like a pilot suit, and I decorate it as often as I can on the back, and I always wear a little bandana to match my mood.
And near her would be the final member of the 3, which would be Navad.
Yeah, so I'm Lord Navad. I play Lord Navad. Navad is about he's 18 years old. He's about 6'5", and all legs, like very high legs. I describe him as sort of being like a little bit based physically off of like someone like Barron Trump or like any of the like Croatian professional basketball players. They're just like very, very leggy, very gangly. I've got a little emo, foppish hair comb over with the shaved sides. And the most prominent, so I'm dressed like a wizard with kind of cheapo wizard robes, like almost like Halloween costume wizard robes, but with, denim jacket over that and some tennis shoes. But the most prominent thing is through the use of magic, I've kind of jacked up my own body a little bit, and my skull, my eye pupils have taken on the shape of skulls. So, yeah. That's Lord Navad.
So you recognize Erik right off. Your gun-toting goblin friend is hard to miss. So they turn the camera around. What does Gekko look like?
So Gekko, about 6 foot tall, wearing a nice little light tan sort of duster. It's fairly clean in comparison to what you might usually see. He's got a soft smile on his face. Sides of his hair are shaved, and it goes back into a ponytail down, stops right at the back of the neck. He's probably looking around for a drink. Soft brown skin, and there's like a couple markings on his face. Underneath his right eye, there's 2 horizontal stripes going to the side. Underneath his left eye, 3 vertical stripes. Total, there's a 5. Not sure exactly what that means, though.
Oh, man. I already love this guy.
So you're waiting also for a fixer named Terrence. Terrence hasn't arrived yet. He's got some information you asked for. But these are effectively the mercenaries you wanted. You don't know D or Navad, but Erik is reliable. If you want something killed at a distance, Erik is your man.
Makes sense. Just kind of awkwardly stare at Erik and smile.
It's been a while.
It truly has. How are you doing?
Still kicking.
I see that. Are you still as good a shot as I thought you were?
Better.
Really now?
You want to test it?
You know, I truly, truly do. But not here. It'll get a little messy.
Of course. Why don't we drink first?
Big
Now you
dude
speak
comes
my
over.
language.
He's got DF on his jacket, and below it says deeply fucked. He is muscle on muscle, and he has a lot of things sewn into his skin with wire. So he kind of jingles a little when he walks up. I got an idea. You could have that drink somewhere other than our fucking bar. That would rock my world.
I mean, we could do that. Or I could show my friend what a good shot I've become in the time that we haven't been hanging out with each other.
You need a rifle to solve a little territorial dispute in a bar?
Oh, no. This is not territorial. It's just a refreshment of skill. Just like a drink refreshes your soul.
I knew I missed you for a reason.
So a couple of the other people in the bar get up. A couple of them have chains.
Mm-hmm.
So you see one wrap the chain around his hand.
By a couple, do you mean literally two or?
Literally two.
Okay.
So the two people are coming to back him up. But the bar has maybe 12 people from the gang all told.
Can we read the room? How favorable is the rest of that bar?
They're not happy you're here, but only a minority of them are willing to fight for it. So the one word read is pissy.
So I have a revolver as well.
Okay.
And I pull it right quick and put it right on his forehead and say, no,
Okay.
I don't need a rifle.
I'm going to need some dice to make that work.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So let's go ahead and make that a, give me a reaction save.
Oh, okay.
You don't have quick draw, do you?
I do not. I didn't know that was a thing.
So quick draw would give you that basically automatically.
All right.
But you're more of a rifle guy.
I made it.
Okay. So he was not, so he, you know, the scene in Christmas Story about like you jump ahead to the triple dog dare. You just jump to the triple dog dare.
Yep.
So he was a little like, I haven't even sworn at you yet and offered to have sex with you, whether you wanted to or not. Like there's an order to these, like the brutality. And you've just jumped the queue and put a gun on his head. He doesn't react because he wasn't really ready to react. The two guys with the chains look at him for guidance.
Now, we could settle this in one of two ways. Either we have our drink and everybody sits the fuck down, or it gets real messy real fast. And I can guarantee you we will be the ones walking out.
Give me an intimidate. If you can get 2 6s, this is over fast.
Do I get an extra one for having backup?
No, because he has more. So you're not going to get penalty.
No, I got a near miss.
It's a near miss though. So everybody except Erik, who's pretty fixated on this showdown at the moment. About a third of the bar is also getting to their feet. They don't look like they're immediately aggressive, but they're certainly in, oh, it's a showdown. We're going to be prepared to get involved if we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody interact with any of this, or do you just let Erik play out his move?
I have a question. Is this area known for anything other than violence?
The bar,
What, Texas?
The bar
Like-
the bar in particular is known to be a biker bar hellhole. Like this kind of thing is what you expect to happen here.
Okay, but like, do bikers play quarters or like bloody knuckles, or do they like have dance battles? Like, what is the equivalent? Oh, yeah. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, yes. So I have ideal. So as I notice that everybody is standing up, I also stand up and
Yeah.
I stand on top of a table.
Okay.
And I notice the chain friends.
Mhm.
And so I talk to them and I'm like, guys, you should come and shake those over here for me. I'll dance and we can have a dance battle. It'll be amazing. I'll go first. It'll be awesome.
So Erik, you see that happening. You and the big guy are basically staring at each other.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles a little. Well, I didn't know you brought entertainment.
Oh, friend. You're about to fuck with the one person in this room more dangerous than I am.
I try not to fuck without invitation.
Well,
She was not asked, buddy. She offered.
please enjoy the show.
I'll enjoy it more without a gun pointed at my head.
So he uncocks the gun and pulls it back, but leaves it sort of at the ready.
Okay. Sit the fuck down. And the room chills a little bit. About 6 people sit around Dee's table. Roll 4 dice for me.
Deep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't actually have perform or anything, so you're just kind of doing what you were
Ooh,
doing.
look at-
now.
Look at that.
But yeah, that was so. All right, so the rest of this encounter will happen, but Dee is in the background dancing, and that'll just be like a background element. About this time, a dude comes in that looks like a humanoid aardvark dressed like Robert Wool from the first Batman movie. So he's got like the
Sure.
super rumpled trench and the beat up hat. That's Terrence Gekko. He waves and heads over. They have entertainings now.
They're just very, very active here. I've almost forgotten.
I was used to it being a little slower. The last gang was the older peoples, and it wasn't quite so lively.
To be honest, I'm surprised we didn't even hear a gunshot. With how tree-happy Erik is and how big that lug was, I was expecting some indoor fireworks.
Yeah. That's Boston Bream. He's the fisticuffs. He fights for his money.
Give it 10 more seconds, he would have been Boston Cream, and it would not have been filling.
He would have put holes in the man. I see the funny.
Exactly. There you go.
I found what you wanted. I found map of the bank.
Really? Show me.
I did. I will have Colt put it up on the stream, and I will drop the map in the chat so you can look at it.
Perfect.
We all look on like, what is he talking about? Mercy Stengel.
Excellent.
So I dropped
excellent.
a higher resolution map in the chat for you guys.
Okay.
I got to break that habit. I've been trying to use porgs instead of the gendered guys, but it's like a 40-year habit.
Mm.
I prefer porgs though.
Like the little critters from
Yeah,
Last Jedi?
yeah,
They're pretty good, those porgs,
Okay.
actually.
yeah, and they're tasty.
Yeah, a little dipping sauce.
So he hands you that, and it's literally a printout. So he has gotten a digital file and gotten a printout for you. So he says, I don't it was hard to get mappings of the secure levels. What you see there is on the first sub-level is where they have safety deposit boxes. And then on the lowest level, reached by an elevator, is the vault. Now, what you need could either be in the safety deposit box. So you said you needed credit cards, yes?
Yes, I did.
All right, so they may be in safety deposit boxes, or there may be cache of them in the vault. There was no way to tell remotely, but it seems like that's what you want. Also marked on the map are locations of computer systems.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to try to break in there and reactivate the node.
I love this game. The excitement, the danger.
Well, it's in the Austin Rad Zone. So the good news is because it is a red zone, it won't be as picked over as the things that were not.
Mm-hmm.
But it is in a red zone, so you have to be careful. It is good that you brought your friend here, and he gestures to Erik. You're resistant to radiation, yes?
Yeah.
Good. That will be very helpful. The rest of you will want to cover your skin and breathe through a mask, because if you don't breathe through a mask, you're a reckless motherfucker that's endangering everyone. So please use a mask.
But you're impinging on their personal freedoms by telling them to wear a mask.
If only it was an individual choice that affected only you. But my friend, it affects all of us. So it is not just an individual choice. So you would have to wear a fucking goddamn mask.
What
right?
a cogent and cohesive explanation that is. I will encourage everybody I know to do exactly that.
Thank you, Erik. Tell them that the Armadillo Man said so.
That's good enough for me. You seem an authority.
So is this what you needed, my friend?
Yes. This
Good.
is perfect.
Good. And I assume you hand him an envelope or something.
Yep.
Okay. And he takes the agreed upon amount. Anytime you need this kind of help, I am good for... I turn to you for simple information that I sell the other way. But if something is beyond your reach, you may always reach to me, and I am always available to you.
You are one of the best associates I have ever made.
His little tongue goes, he eats a peanut off the table.
Never gets old.
There's
All right,
peanuts on the table.
So I've sent for Enola. I hope that's all right.
That is.
If you're going to possibly need to get into a vault and you can't unlock it with your little beep box, you may need to blast in and nobody makes the things go boom better than Enola.
Enola, you said.
Yeah. She Enola Gray. She's a little well, it is the post-apocalypse, so I think we're maybe using the word crazy again, but it's not a great word. But honestly, in this case, I think maybe
she's a delightful type of unhinged that isn't on a door you want to fix, because that little squeak adds character.
Yes, this is the case.
Yeah.
I think you like her. She is both unreliable and reliable. She'll do what you need her to do, but she also carries a lot of handmade grenades.
I think I love her already.
She is one of my favorite hires when I'm dealing with someone who can thrive on the chaos she sometimes brings. And I know that's yours, my friend.
It is. I like watching all the pieces come together from my side of the board, so to speak.
She makes so many pieces.
Okay, then yes. She sounds perfect.
Your friend's getting a lot of tips.
I I won't need those in the future, so I'm gonna just let them have them.
All right. Well, good luck and have a pleasant tomorrow. And he gets up and leaves.
Strange little person.
So Dee finishes her set.
Macarena.
2 marriage proposals and 32 volts.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, everybody. I'm happily with someone, but I'll take your bolts and your affection. Good night.
I have room on the back of my bike. You could come with me, and I would. He gets on one knee. I promise to objectify you every day for the rest of my life.
I kiss him on the forehead and say, I'm on my own adventure, sweetie, but have fun on yours.
Well, I'll think about you in a way that discredits my gender.
I don't
And he
know who
gets
you
up and
are. Bye.
So, Dee, you saw them have a meeting with an armadillo dude and passed over a map or something, and your new friend, I was going to say edit friend, but to Dee, it's always pretty much new friend, right? Kind of how you're wired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new friend seemed very pleased with the map.
I'll run over. Hey guys, I saw that you had a new friend, and he looks really not cuddly, but fun to hug. And also, like, he handed some papers. What happened? I missed it.
What is happening?
Lots of our fight by dancing, and so now I'm coming back. I'm Dee. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Dee. I'm
Oh,
Gekko.
yeah. I forgot to introduce my friends. Dee, Gekko, you've already met. And this lurking shadow puppet of a human being over here in the side is Lord Navad.
That's me. Hello, Mr. Gekko Jones.
Hi.
James. Close, though.
Oh, James. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. We meet a lot of people out here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Of
feel
course.
sometimes pretty
Duke
bad.
Navad.
Yeah, Lord. So, yeah, well played.
So, Gabe, do you feel confident in dropping the where's and whatabouts about your mission, or would you prefer the camera pull back? And
No, I got it.
Okay, cool. I want to see that.
All right. So you lot seem very interesting. And by interesting, I mean a little bit concerning, but just the right type of concerning that I need. I have a job for all of you, as well as another who will be joining us shortly. See, there is a bank. And hopefully, seemingly, assumedly, it's got some credit cards inside of it. Credit cards that were never canceled. I need those. Now, the reason I need them, maybe I'll share. If you ask my good pal Erik, I'm good for it, I swear. But those credit cards, they're gonna do a lot of good for all of us. And the reason we have to go to the bank, there is a node in the bank that should still be active. We gotta go to the bank, find hardware to make sure my credit cards are gonna work the way I want them to. And if that works, the cards will be working and in our possession.
So,
I mean,
Erik, you know the credit cards are worthless.
I was going to say, far be it from me to assault such a dangerous and exciting plan that I am 100% on board with and excited to be part of. But you do know credit cards aren't worth anything, don't you, Gekko?
That's how you use them. People thought wood was useless, and then they made houses and fire.
Lead me to the explosion, and I am happy to set the fire with you.
Let it burn, Erik.
Are they
Let it
gonna
burn.
kiss?
I don't know. They like each other, it seems like.
Well, I like him, so I'm down.
What is happening? What did that?
You
I
guys
don't.
have a lot of tension between you, that's all. I'm excited to help you, though.
We're talking about on the job, right?
I just meant you and Erik seem to talk really slow and make a lot of eye contact whenever you talk to each other. That's all I'm saying.
I've done that for people I've stabbed too. I'm not sure what the correlation is.
I have also kissed people I've shot, so it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to do that.
I had it until then. That was what broke me.
Ting adventure, shall we?
Ooh, let's go.
Hey, just a sec, guys. What's a credit card?
Don't worry about it. It's a little rectangle. It's very thin. It's never mind and totally useless, except as I have them.
Okay. I mean, look, we've done a lot of stuff that, like, I don't even know why we're doing it, but then we have fun doing it. I'm just along for the fun.
Oh yeah, Gekko, he's like 18, and there haven't been active credit cards for about a century.
Yep.
So good point from Shannon.
Oh, I was just like, I'm figuring that Erik and Gekko obviously have probably seen credit cards before and know that they are like old school money and worth something. But Nevada is like, what was that? I don't know. Although maybe he's seen them in TV show, like old pirated, old copies of TV shows in the past. Anyway,
Well, maybe
I'm playing it. He's never seen one before.
Didn't know what they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this party heads out the direction of Austin. So the people that are not, the person who's got a potential issue here is D.
Mm-hmm.
So D, because you're pink, you have unmutated cells, you have radiation is a problem for you. So we're going to read in that during your trip out, you're going to go find one of those foil blankets. You're wearing that over your clothes. You will also be wrapping all of your exposed flesh. So like long gloves, do extra wrapping in the arms. Basically, you have to be exposed as little as possible to the radiation. And if an area starts to feel particularly hot, like if your skin gets warm, anything starts glowing, God help you, you probably don't want to go into those areas with D. So you're going to be really aware of that. Erik, you're probably better off leading from the front, like you usually, I know, stick to the back. And
so I'm like the rad barometer in this particular case.
Yeah, well, because it doesn't hurt you at all.
Right.
So,
but how much distance would it be comfortable to have people walk at for me to determine it before they get hurt?
I mean, you have to be like a little distance for it to be useful, but honestly, it's not even a matter of the timing, the distance between you, as much as like if you're in an area that's hot, as soon as possible saying, D, let's back up, find another way. So you're going to basically pick your way through this area, watching out for areas of radiation spikes.
Okay.
And so Erik could probably also warn you that depending on what you encounter, you may end up feeling kind of sick. Like it's quite possible going into the rad zone that you're going to pick up rad sickness. The other possibility, and could you put up the map again?
Yeah, I want to see this map.
Not that one. The area map. The Texan map. So you're currently at the Thirsty Stallion. You could head the wrong way and go over to Momont or go up to the Lone Pine Mall and try to find basically a drug dealer, because there are anti-rad meds. So considering you have a pre-gen with you, having anti-rad meds for her is probably a useful investment. It does mean you're going to have to take several days digging up drugs. Now, just because she's sensitive, Nevada and Gekko, you're not immune. So there's a chance.
We're medium sensitive. Right?
Well, basically you're going to be making endurance saves.
Right.
So if you're somebody with a low endurance that is not resistant, you might contract radiation sickness. You're pretty tough though, generally, D, but I think because of the fact that you're going to be rolling with a penalty, you're going to probably end up sick without. The meds can be used prophylactically if you have enough of them. Otherwise, you wait till someone gets sick and you administer it, then you take the radiation sickness away. So the question is, do you just plow forward without the extra time and just we'll deal with problems as they come, or do you take a side trip and go buy drugs?
I mean, I guess it's going to be down to Dee's pain tolerance for that. So she's been through that before, right? Was she?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you're thinking just plow ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so again, looking at that map, and I'm sorry, that map, the central Texan map, Colt. Thanks. Yeah, I should use, all my words. So Thirsty Stallion to the Rad Zone and up towards Austin, you're looking at about 30 miles. And without a car, you'd be looking at about 3 days.
Right. And
2 with a forced march.
So for Gabe, who's not from Texas, we're at the Thirsty Stallion and we're kind of going towards the bottom left of that map into the big yellow blotch there, right?
Yeah.
You could also the little airport symbol, that would be where Austin is, right?
Austin's where the city is.
The city part. Well,
Austin's actually on the map.
Oh, do I see it?
You should. Well, it might be clip. No, it's so the below there's 2 icons there. There's the airport.
Oh, I see it. Yep. I see
right next to it is Austin.
Yeah.
I think the word Austin is clipped by the crop, but that's where it is.
Yeah,
so basically you're following down, through Granger, through Georgetown. You're heading down that way.
Uh-huh.
So it sounds like you're going to blow it through. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gekko, this is your mission. It's kind of up to you ultimately. Like you've hired these porgs. So what's your call?
I think it's mainly just the most direct route we can go because the sooner we get in, the sooner we can get out. And any bit of prolonged exposure is just going to suck anyways.
So rather than taking the whole side trip and prolong it, you're just going to head straight in. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. So, I mean, the other option you would have, if you've got enormous sack, would be to steal these bikers' motorcycles, because then you could drive.
And then we can get through faster.
Well, you're walking out of a biker bar, and there's a whole row of Pee-wee's Big Adventure motorcycles out front.
Do we know who the boss is of like the bikers?
Boston Breen. He's apparently a gladiatorial fighter.
The one who Erik had the little tete-a-tete with right off the top. Okay.
The big wire pierced
pistol à tête.
Yeah.
Hey. So okay. All right.
I mean, it would require somebody with tech skills to hotwire them, but Gekko, you have tech skills.
Yep, I've got tech skills and people skills. Oh, why would you tell me that? Why would you dangle this fruit in front of me?
So we presumably have kind of walked out the bar at this point.
I think again, from time to time, I try to think of this as if we were shooting it as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the group would head out. The camera would pan over to the bikes, and then back to you.
Back to Gekko's face.
Yeah. But it's really up to you what you want to do, and obviously there's problems there. Like, it will take him several minutes per bike to hotwire it, so you'd have to have a distraction. It's not like you want, you want at least 2 bikes, right?
Yeah.
If not 1 for each, because otherwise you can't fit 4 on a bike. But up to you. You can walk. You can.
Okay. I'm going to do something stupid because that's what we're here for. The show isn't called Safe. It's called Nuked.
Yes. Oh, man. Already, yeah, Gekko's fitting right in with the way we tend to handle our business.
I'm going to walk into the bar. And there's a plethora of people here, right?
Yeah. I mean, most of them are bikers, but not everybody.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that looks like kind of dense?
About half the bikers, yeah.
Any of them that aren't the bikers?
There's a dude over there that looks like an overgrown plumber.
Actually, you know what? Is there any biker that's like by himself at the bar?
Yeah, he's got a tear in his beard. He's getting over something, and he's staring into his beer, and he's slumped
cool.
over.
Gonna make it miserable. Gonna like walk over to the side and just like look at him like kind of loudly, like, I really don't think I know you're having a rough day, whatever it is, but that's no reason to badmouth your boss over there. I really don't think you could take him.
Make a deception test.
Deal.
We'll go ahead and use game mechanics.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's a lot of dice.
No
Sadly,
sixes.
Oh my Lord.
Fortunately, you've got good karma up. You
Yep.
want to use
Wow.
Yes.
it? Okay, so I'm not going to
you
give you a
do.
reroll. I'm going to make that an immediate success. Because I
Okay.
like it. So somebody else overhears you say that and says, "Hey, Breen, Vic over here, he's talking shit." And Vic turns to you, tears in his eyes, and says, "Why?"
Duke Nevada told me to do it.
What?
I love
I
this
said
man.
I said Duke Nevada.
I love that you called me Duke Nevada.
And I'm gonna walk outside and start hot wiring with
So while you've still got eye contact with him, he's just said why. A big meaty hand lands on his shoulder, and there's sort of a yoink noise as he's pulled off of his bar stool.
Mm.
So you head outside.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you head outside completely composed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did he have any specific? And as I'm looking at the bikes, I'm gonna look for bikes that might like if there's an obvious bike that was his.
So there's one that's got a bunch of bones that are dangling. It's like a just married like cans, and they're all attached with the same kind of wire that all of his little piercings were. So he's got like a whole bunch, and some of the bones are just like a dog or a turkey bone, but there's definitely some human bones in there.
Cool. I'm a monster. I'm gonna start hot wiring that one first.
Okay. So go ahead and give me
I'm gonna cover him, by the way.
give me an awareness check.
Okay. Duke Nevada.
It's so funny, dude.
You said an awareness check?
Yes, please.
Where's awareness?
Oh, it's in the perception box.
Okay, I see it. Thank you.
Got it. Yep.
Okay.
2223.
Erik, give me an awareness check.
Yes, sir. Awareness. 6 of these. Oh yeah,
Holy shit.
very successful.
So he's screwing around with he's popped a panel off and he's doing the whole hot wire thing. And these being effectively post-cyberpunk vehicles, there's always a computer element that has to be overcome. It's not like an old thing where you slip the thing in and you get the catch to go. And while he's doing that, he does something and you hear beep.
Is it a good beep or a bad beep?
It's a potentially explosive device, just armed beep.
Hey man,
Yes.
you may have just tripped something like a kill switch, except for it kills everybody kind of kill switch. So
Via Devad, a couple people are coming out of the bar. Do you intercept them or kill them?
Bikers.
2 are a biker, 1 is not. The one that was looking for strange and has found it.
Is looking for what?
They're
Strange.
going home with a new friend.
Gotcha. I got you. Thank you. I thought you said string, and I was like, I'm so confused as to
You're
what's
looking for
happening.
string.
Yeah.
He has found it.
You don't know.
I think we're all looking for strange.
Anyway, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, they're coming out of the bar as just a happy encounter from the bar.
And if they get too much farther, they're going to see Gekko fucking with the big bike.
Navad, I tell you to turn your flame head on.
Always successful.
Okay. I'm going to put my flame head on, and I'm going to just approach the sort of lead person coming out of the bar and say, I think you want to go the other way.
Intimidate roll.
Okay. 6 dice, man. What do we got here? 6d6. Let's see what I can do.
Pretty good.
Kapow! I got it.
Okay. So make a willpower save for me.
Me? Got it. Even better at that.
Yay!
Okay.
Got it.
So when you start to say that for a minute, your voice is a little more resonant and a little scarier, but you shake that shit off.
Okay.
Drunk biker says, okay. They turn around and go back in the bar. Gekko, you need to make a hack test.
One more time.
Hack in the tech section.
Got it.
As Gekko is rolling his hack test, was Gekko in sight of what Navad just did with his head?
I don't think he was paying attention to it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll save it for later then.
Yeah. You clip a very important wire, and Erik, that beep stops. So he had actually booby trapped his bike.
So the beep has stopped?
It has. He has successfully disarmed the vehicle.
Excellent cutting, my friend.
Thank you. Sucks to suck.
Another hack roll to actually get the thing going. So I'm going to keep my bad karma. Make this a brief montage. But I do need to know, do you want 2 bikes or 4 bikes?
Just 2.
Okay. I'll just give it to you at that point. So you wave them over. Is it Erik and Gekko and Navad and D?
Give it me.
Yeah, man.
Probably. I mean, Navad can drive, so I'm guessing Navad with driving with D, and then Erik and Gekko together.
And Erik and Gekko, who's driving? Anybody got a good drive skill?
Let me look at mine.
Can I please ask for Erik to drive with his big long arms, like
is it like a chopper?
Chopper style?
Yeah.
like his arm.
Can we make it a chopper?
It absolutely is a chopper. Yeah.
I will drive then. I'm happy to drive.
Even if you're not as good, just the aesthetics of Erik driving that thing is amazing.
Yeah. So the camera follows the 2 bikes with the 4 characters out and away from the bar. We will see very much Blues Brothers style, the bikers as you're driving away, coming out, and somebody actually throws his hat on the ground in frustration. And I don't want to shock you, but you may have added another enemy to your enemies.
Oh, we've probably created more nemesis.
Yeah, I know the line forms on the left at this point. But that's all fine. So you guys ride out.
What was the name of the group? There was DF, and it was
they are the deeply fucked.
Deeply fucked. Okay.
All right. So this is actually going to take, instead of it taking 2 or 3 days, you can do this in 4 or 5 hours.
Nice.
You know, I mean, it's only part of the distance between Waco and Austin. It's over rough terrain, so it's not the like 3 hours we'd take, but still, like around 5-6 hours you should be able to get there. So yeah, this is a big improvement. All right.
So do we? Hey, yeah, I'm going to do this in character. So Gekko, do we know where we're meeting this Enola person?
No, not at all.
Okay. So Terrence just was like, Enola's going to be there.
That's a game functional thing. I'm going to quote Ryan George and say, I'm going to need you to get right off my back on that one.
Fair. That's completely fair.
Yeah. We will say that he gave the map to her.
Yeah.
And said to meet you there. So time.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay.
I'm going to ask a game question, not in character.
Please.
Did Navad's head fire thing work as intended with the shadow aspect of his personality? And did I miss any part of that?
You would have seen it. I don't think Gekko would. It was his normal Ghost Rider head.
Okay.
Not.
So I'm free to make fun of him now.
You are absolutely free to make fun of him. Although, to be honest, it did work.
Okay.
He's getting better and better at it.
It probably.
So we kind of pull up next to them and be like, "Hey, congratulations on that working for the first and only time."
That's not true. It's worked plenty of times. It probably helped that guy was drunk though and didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah, that the hit on fire business that you saw, it has worked to spectacular non-success several times.
He was staring at a bomb.
You didn't see it.
No, it would have happened.
Hey, Navad.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I'm literally on a motorcycle.
Do
this
it
is
again.
I squeeze your stomach. Do it.
Okay. And so while Gekko is watching me, my head bursts into like a sort of a shimmery blue flame, and my head turns into a skull. So I got kind of like a Ghost Rider kind of thing, but the head is a little on the kind of cute side. He looks a little bit like the Undertale dude, or like he's just like a little kawaii Ghost Rider. He's a chibi Ghost Rider.
Ooh, and now that you're driving on a motorcycle, do you have tendrils of flame going like long hair behind
I'm guessing
you?
it would kind of like whip back behind
Is
you.
this the worst Born to Be Wild experience of all time?
I have to duck a little because if he does it the wrong way, I'll get a haircut.
Nice.
So I'm gonna look over and yeah, anyway, they make fun of me for this, but it's like a thing I can do. It kind of scares people sometimes.
What the hell? And I just turn the face forward.
And I just lean back to Gekko and go, "Are you scared?"
I'm just very confused. Also, like, side note, were Eric's arms always long?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
They're like chimp long, like actually more like orangutan.
Yeah. So something I probably should have explained in my appearance that I didn't is that I have like orangutan style features, not all of them, but some of them.
Lovely.
I have a mutation, and that is what it is. So.
Dope.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to need is a drive test for the two people driving.
Okay. You have an order?
Yeah, let's go Navad first.
Okay. I'm a 3. So here we go. I got a partial. I got a 5.
Partial's enough. This is just to make sure that you don't wreck the motorcycle.
Don't dump it in the ditch or something. Okay.
Partial's fine. Okay, and then Gekko?
No, it's me. I'm driving.
Yep,
it's
Eric's driving.
Eric.
Just for fun.
Oh, I failed.
Okay. Yeah, you fail a lot. So I'm going to need an evade test for both Erik and Gekko. So Erik first to roll away from the vehicle when it crashes into a tree.
Pretty successful. Yeah.
Perfect. And Gekko?
No.
Oh no.
Okay. So what is your E defense? It's on the combat summary in the lower right of your sheet.
Combat summary in the lower right. You said E defense?
Yes, it'd be the 4th.
Oh yeah. So you see those like 3-3-2-2
Armor.
whatever the slashes. It's the energy. It's on the very far right.
Oh, it's a 2. You're not wearing any. You're far too cool to wear armor. Okay. That's going to be 6. You take 8 hits,
Ooh.
and that's going to be an injury. So roll a d6, and that basically location that box gets crossed out.
I can't be injured.
Oh, that's right. You got that special like survival mutation.
Yep.
Right?
Whoa! What the
Like,
fuck?
Don't worry about it.
it.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh my god! You got that.
So
You got that, Logan.
the
Quick
bike hits the tree. The bike is totaled and explodes. The 2 of you roll away, and partially to draw to pay proper tribute to Gekko's mutation. It kind of looked like he should have been fucked up by that, and he gets up, and it's like he's not.
Sorry.
You're not driving again.
The tree looks down at you and seems angry. It has
Sorry.
about 16 eyes in its bark, and the bark has a strange redness to it. It doesn't have leaves, but it is very large. There's about 30 of these trees in the area.
Oh man.
They're kind of looking at you.
Uh,
These are very Sam Raimi style Evil Dead effects with the
Sure.
eyes and the bark.
do all of the eyes on all of the trees turn toward us?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You're being regarded by whatever the hell these are.
That was an accident. Legitimately an accident. I am sorry. I'm not a very good driver. I mean, look at these. And I put my arms out.
They don't seem to have mouths. Just eyes. They're also not moving, except the eyes.
So did they stop?
I would assume you would have stopped and like turned back.
Oh, Nevada and D.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
two
yeah, we
bikes-
saw.
two
Yeah,
bikes.
for sure. We saw you guys wipe out and
No,
immediately.
this is actually more of a spin-off game. Like Nevada and D just ride off to a different
Just
city.
keep on rolling.
See you next week.
Gekko and Erik just do their own thing.
Yeah.
Erik.
No, we spin back around.
So on your way back, you're going between these things, and they're redwoods too big, but they're that. I don't know as many for an Eagle Scout. I don't know as many tree breeds as I should, but it's the very tall branches, mostly at the top, kind of tree,
A Douglas fir, let's say.
like a Douglas firs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all
It's
have
a
those-
shit Douglas tree.
So they're
They all have those eyes in the bark.
so we're picking up on this, like looking at us
Yep.
as
And
well.
as you pass, they're watching you.
And but they're not moving. They don't have mouths, and they're like in the road. Like we have to kind of weave between them, or
They have overgrown sections of the road, which is one of the reasons Erik ran into one.
okay.
You know, this is reclaimed stretches of highway where occasionally it's, you know, any of those, Discovery, once humans are gone. Like you see how fast nature gulps up urban terrain, and trees will break right through stuff like tarmac in less than a century. So, but these are still odd.
Is there?
And Erik, you would know that in red zones, mutation rates are higher and weirder. So it's not, in that sense, it's not completely strange.
Is D starting to feel
No,
badly?
It's going to be a bigger chance now because you're either going to be all on foot or you're just going to take turns riding the bike. Although you've only got one bike with one tank, so you may not even make it all the way. Well, you make it all the way there. It looks like. And so that's the next decision: is are you going to ride? Because my understanding is riding a motorcycle next to people walking is a giant pain in the ass, because it has to go at a certain speed kind of to stay upright. So you end up doing zigzags or circling back. And so what do you want to do?
I mean, the less time she's exposed to it, the better, right?
Right.
You could also split the party, because that's always a good idea.
No. It's let me just say the last time we split the party, it was not that great of an idea.
Do we have any indication of how far we've gone and how far we've got left?
About
to go?
halfway.
Okay.
We're about halfway. So we're definitely in the rad zone.
Oh yeah. This was definitely part of.
And if we had to walk from here, it'd be about a day and a half's walk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could split the difference and try to use. Well, and the problem again is the people on foot are just going to be on foot, so you can't really distance yourself from them without splitting the party.
Well, these guys are. Well, we're kind of. I'm going to kind of defer to Gekko and Erik as the kind of mission masterminds, and I'm going to go up to one of the trees because I'm intrigued to see if I can get a read on it.
You're intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, so go ahead and make your divine.
Okay. 4d6. No, terrible.
So what that's going to be, I need you to make a willpower save.
Okie doker. Hold on. There we go. Got it.
You do make contact. You do read the mind, but it's so alien
Okay.
that you don't get anything you can parse. And like a couple of times you've contacted things before, it kind of is painful to even be in contact with it. It's like not your operating system. Like whatever the tree brain is, you're like, that's not
this is too weird. This is too weird for me.
You can confirm it is at least pseudo-sentient. There's something in there, but you can't read it.
Okay.
And at this point, you hear motorcycle engines.
Okay.
We better step it up.
Why is that?
Well, because I don't want my friend D to get super exposed. If we can, avoid it. But I do have an idea. So
I said you heard motorcycle engines. By that I meant you hear motorcycles approaching in the distance.
Yes.
Danielle, you're it might just be me, but you're very quiet.
Oh, sorry.
You believe that you are being followed and they are approaching.
How far do they seem to be?
You don't see them yet, so they're beyond distant.
Can we tell approximately how many motorcycles there are?
Half a dozen from the sound of it.
All right, I have an idea.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by tall trees.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tell you my idea out of character, which is basically to leave the motorcycle that we have running, so that they can hear it.
Okay.
Draw them toward us.
Okay.
Ambush them and steal 4 motorcycles to get there faster.
I love it.
Ambush at least 6 other people.
Yup.
I mean, we might as well. They're going to find us eventually. We already stole 2 of their motorcycles. They're not going to be any less mad.
You really got a death wish, Erik.
I mean, you know me longer than anybody here.
Okay, I'm going to be slightly pushy on this. Forgive the rudeness, but I want to actually not scroll past the combat. I want to actually have it.
Let's do it.
But we've got 13 minutes. So I'm going to be like, and this happens, this happens, this happens.
Do it.
So less latitude to play. If I bestow you with something that is wrong, tell me no. So I'm assuming that Erik is going up a tree once you're away from the running motorcycle.
Yes,
So
and I'm going to get as high as I possibly can.
Okay. Give me a climbing test, please.
Okay. 5, sorry. Near miss.
So near miss means you're not going to fall or anything. You just don't get quite as high as you'd like. So you're still.
Do we ever?
That's deep, man. And I'm assuming the other 3 of you are going to be near that running motorcycle, but away from it and stealth, right? Want to be hidden?
I would like to mirror the tree situation. I have acrobatics. I've been
So you want to go up?
shots for a while, so yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, Gekko.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide. I'm probably gonna hide behind one of the trees, actually.
Okay. And it's really weird because while you're doing it, it's looking right at you.
It's like an eyeball right in your face.
I kind of like blink my eyes, and I have like very like wolf-like, fox-like eyes while I'm looking at the tree.
Ooh, cool.
All right, so Navad, what are you doing?
So what? So I'm gonna. How close is the downed motorcycle to the running motorcycle?
Up to you.
Um.
It's running, so you can put it anywhere you want.
Well, so I'm gonna go over to the downed motorcycle, presuming I have enough time. My guess is like the downed motorcycle is further back up the road, closer to where the people chasing us are coming from. And we've got the running,
but not that far because you came back with them when they were
right
getting off the motorcycle.
But even if it's like 10, 15 feet further towards them, I'm going to go hide near the downed motorcycle with the intention of maybe psychically blasting it in front of their path as they get close.
So the thing that's going to happen at the longest range is going to be Erik's going to be able to take a shot at distance.
Can I, with my scope, identify any of these people? Do I have time? Is it night? What am I looking at?
You basically would need to spend the round doing the IDs. If you're
Never mind. I'm good. I'll take the shot.
Because you've got a scope. But if you're just like as fast as you can, just snuffing matches.
All right. So I'm gonna. Let me see. I got an extra. I got an extra dice to shoot than I had before. Yeah. So now I have 7 because I'm using Karen, my favorite weapon.
Are you using target or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
So I was very successful.
The thing that I just gave you, by the way, there's a rule that we tend to not use for you forgetting about it. Any extra 6s that you have that don't go to feats will add a point of damage, which isn't a big deal. But if you have weapon specialist, it adds 2 points. Okay. So the fact that you have an extra 6 is going to give you +2 damage.
Great.
So they're wearing leathers, so that's going to be it's not pigskin, so it's only defensive 2.
Do I get extra damage or extra point on the shot or both?
You do 2 more points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7. And that guy, he falls off his motorcycle. So
Erik just shot a dude off his motorcycle.
Down he goes. None of the rest of the 3 of you have anything that's going to do distant, right? A target that's way over there. So what do you have that does distant?
Right?
I don't think crossbows do distant. No.
You could get him probably at the next
I think you
range that they come into.
I'll wait till far.
Yeah. They don't have anything that operates that range either, so they're gonna come closer. So now they're over there, and the first person is always. I'm not going to use any roll speed because I know Erik is just going to be first. So Erik, probably D. She's also combat ready, but Erik, you are a sniper, so go ahead and snipe again, sir.
All right. How
the
damaged is the person that fell off the bike?
They're not getting off.
Okay, so let me shoot somebody else then.
So target takes a die off of your to hit and adds a die to your damage.
Okay, so I go from 7 to 6 then. So I will target another riding motorcycle.
Okay.
Oh man, nice.
So roll your dice with 1 extra for the target.
Nice.
Oh my
Sure.
Oh my
and then
god.
two to explode, right?
It's 6, and they do. It's 12, and then explode the 2.
Oh my Lanta.
Dude.
So that's 15 points. You
All
do
right.
15 hits. That guy is dead. Like, it's very clear through and through. It's him dead in the chest, goes right through. Big, Western movie, shot of blood on the back, and he's kicked back in a way that physics don't work. We do the pole stunt to pull him off the bike.
Right.
Nice.
Like very like vintage A-team kind
Yeah.
of like stunt work.
Which is not a thing.
Hit from low and they yoink the guy.
Yeah. Okay, and
So,
so D, go ahead and crossbow it.
can we can Gekko and I tell now like how many bikes are coming towards us?
4 more.
4 more. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and crossbow.
Okay,
God bless America.
that's a miss. And Gekko, you have anything that's gonna? You have a hold-up pistol.
Yes, I do.
Do you want to take a shot with it, or do you want him to get close?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Okay. All right. So go ahead and take your shot. So that's you roll your shoot dice. And for the pistol, at that range, you're down 2 dice.
Okay. Four and 3.
Yeah, too far. Nevada, are you good at far, or do you want to?
I think I need to get him one range closer to kind of like skid the bike out in front of him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold off on my attack.
2 crossbow shots at Erik. It's going to be a hit.
Ooh,
Oh, come on.
that's impressive.
What's your defense against S?
My S is 4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You take 8 hits,
Sons of bitches.
1 injury,
Ooh man.
and then
Should I roll the injury?
Yeah, and just you're not taking a condition. It's only 1 injury, so just the
2.
number 2 box gets marked. And then we're gonna go. They get closer still, so now they're close. So the distance is like within a parking lot or a playground. Like they're in the battlefield now.
Mm-hmm.
So Erik, you're gonna go first. There's still 4 left.
And I didn't get like blown off the tree or anything like that.
No, they were crossbow bolts.
Okay.
I gotta say it's pretty impressive. They hit you from a moving motorcycle with a crossbow, and you're all the way up a tree.
Enough to do that kind of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's somebody's pretty slick.
So that makes me want to aim at the person that shot at me.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm going to target that. Right.
Okay.
Ow!
Okay, so now you're gonna roll the extra die, and you're also gonna get +2 damage on top of it
Great.
Oh, good
because of the extra.
gravy.
So that's gonna be 6, 9, 2, 11. Reroll the exploding 6. So that's 11 points, still enough to take them off the bike. So now there are only 3.
Okay.
Gekko, you want to shoot? They're in a range. You can roll your shoot without a penalty.
I'm gonna shoot again, just since they're a little bit closer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
Yep.
there we
Okay,
go.
so just roll the damage for the weapon, which I think is 4. Or is it? No, it might be 3.
It's 3.
Weapon, so yeah. Okay, so it's going to be 3 hits.
Yep.
So you hit one. It doesn't knock him off the bike. Basically, you wing him. D, do you want to continue to shoot, or do you want to get in position to unleash the thunder?
I'm gonna stay shooting for now. I don't
Okay.
know that thunder leashing is necessary right this
So
second.
you want to hit the one that's wounded?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord. Okay. So that's going to be roll your dice.
Yeah, he passes out or whatever.
So roll your 4 dice for damage.
Oh, do it again?
Well, that was your hit roll. So now you go to roll damage.
You hit him.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, now you got to figure out how hard you hit him.
You're right.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 plus the 2 for the extra 1 for the extra 6 for you 5. But because Gekko hit him, it's just enough to take him out.
Yes.
Teamwork, making the dream work.
Yeah, so now we
Nicely
got
done.
2 guys.
Two
Two
left.
left,
right?
and now they face the bot.
Okay.
So one of them is Big Beefy. Big Beefy is on a bike that's too small for him. Giving
Okay.
a unintentionally comedic effect of like the big clown on the little bike.
Well, considering that he's still up, it's really funny. I'm about to throw his own bike at him. So here we go. I'm gonna try to psychically blast the bike across their path.
Okay, give the you want the one that's down, just throw that.
What?
You're using you're doing the concussion thing, right? So you're blowing that up.
Yeah, but like more in like kind of a concentrated push kind of way.
So go ahead and do your ravage.
Okay. 5d6. Here we go, babies.
Patty, you got it?
Partial.
Do you want to spend your karma?
Do it.
Yes. Spend
Yeah,
it.
let's spend the karma because we're heading into break, so we won't get screwed over before the break. So boom.
I'm going to give you that knocks him off the bike,
Okay.
and the other one tries to run, and Erik takes him out automatically
Nice.
because he's Erik. So
Okay.
now you have the leader on the ground, off his bike, looking very angry and frustrated.
That's Boston Baked Bean.
It is Boston Big Bean. Yes.
Can I handle this?
He actually yells that down from the tree.
Can I handle this?
Yeah, man.
No
All
way.
right, so I scamper down the tree as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, so I assume you're actually doing like the almost hang from one branch,
Yeah,
drop kind
yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
And then I walk up to him, I sheath Karen, and I pull the revolver back out and put it to his head and say, "You want to fucking play now?"
Want to throw fists like a man?
No. Click.
Okay, so we're going to do that in silhouette. Very what's the movie with Harv?
With what?
Sin City.
Oh
Sin
yeah.
City. Yeah, it's like very stylized, black and white, like cut from the side.
So we'd see
Erik
the
looking down at this guy
the
on
head
Boston Baked
jumping
Bean.
back. And I believe that is break time.
We are heading to break, which means I'm going to ping Satine right now and be like, "Hey, join us."
Warning to viewers: the break may be more like 10 than our usual 5.
I think that sounds good.
Hello, Wasters. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us during that break. And we're going to go back shortly, and we're going to pick up. We are adding the magnificent and talented Satine Phoenix, who will be joining us as a character shortly. But I wanted to take a moment to say welcome and glad you can make it. So let's go ahead and put everybody up. Motorcycles, deciding which one they're going to claim for themselves. And I'm going to quickly go through D. D is what's called a pre-gen, which is an almost entirely unmutated human. She has been given a modification with nanite nanites that makes her lips and eyelids silver. She is human, athletic, light build. She wears sort of an almost April O'Neil jumpsuit, and she's got a crossbow, but moves like a martial artist, moves with confidence of someone who knows how to fight. Erik, the gentleman who has the boob on his head, is a monkey-armed goblin. So he is green with extra long arms. He does, in fact, have a third eye underneath that cup. He keeps it covered so he's not distracted by the extra dimensions you can see. He has on his back Karen, the rifle to whom he was married. And over there is Lord Nevad. Lord Nevad is kind of a Baron Trump, Hank Venture, emo, long-leggedy, stretchy sort of wizard lad. So he's got sort of a cross between mid-'80s club punk look, but like cheap Halloween dime store wizard accessories, which is an interesting combination of elements. Gekko James looks good. Gekko James always looks good. He actually has a feat called Style. If you have the Style feat, everybody's got that friend that no matter what they wear, they can't make it work for them. But the person next to them can wear the same thing and they always look on point. That's Style.
Yeah.
Gekko is at this point putting away his hold-out pistol. So he doesn't particularly look like a wasteland adventurer. He looks like the guy at the bar who's not going home alone. And coming towards them across the waist, because you've been told to meet these people for a contract, you were actually hired by an armadillo man named Terrence. Aardvark. An aardvark man. Completely.
Yeah. So was it an aardvark or an armadillo? Because we kind of mixed.
I think he vacillated between the two, so he's a varkmadillo.
Because aardvark, because if he's an aardvark, that's like old. That's like Arthur from PBS, man.
Yeah, like a Cerberus, considering the context. But I had meant for him to be an aardvark, not an armadillo.
Okay.
I was talking about the tongue thing.
That's what Arthur is. He's an aardvark.
I know. Every day when you're walking down the street, all the people you meet, they've got a particular point of view. So coming towards you across the waist is somebody described as follows.
I'm wearing, at first, like from the distance, I just have like this heat wave around me at all times. But once the heat wave kind of dissipates, I've got like, I'm very voluptuous. I got big, thick legs, kind of big booty, little waist, but like, you're like, oh, she's got big breasts, but really it's just like layers and layers of like different vests that I use as like an armored vest. And I've got a bandolier of hot sauce and I've got goggles on. I've got pretty tan skin and this like amazing wave that's like a 90s wave on my hair, and my hair is pulled back in like a really tight ponytail. And I've got platform shoes and probably about, 6 feet tall with these platforms. And I'm kind of stomping my way over. Big hoop earrings.
Awesome. And the other thing that she has easily accessible, and the funny thing is it looks like the hot sauce is even more at the ready, but she also has a bunch of what looks to be handmade hand grenades.
Oh yeah, all around my hips to make my hips look even bigger.
That'd be kind of a saucy belt. So I'm picturing almost like a belly dancer belt.
Yeah.
Instead of it being the coins for the noise, it's all like, baseballs wrapped in duct tape and nails.
Demolition equipment. Yeah.
But it rides on the hips rather than being up at the waist. It's like a belt on the hips. Like
Yeah.
that kind of
Is
style.
it alternated with hot sauce? It's like weapon, hot sauce, weapon, hot sauce, weapon, hot sauce, all the way around?
Yeah, exactly.
So did you see Steven Universe?
Yes.
So your description made me think of who is the tall gemstone?
Darn
Oh
it.
yeah.
Darn it.
Garnet. Like she's given this like a garnet feel, like that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm from LA, so like that that Mexican / garnet vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like
Okay.
Latina garnet.
So Gekko, she found you. That matches the description that the aardvark gave you.
Ah, you must be Enola.
That's me. You're Gekko. I'm here.
Yes.
What can I do? What can I do for you?
Well,
I've got these.
oh my God, you are perfect.
Yeah, so Enola, you realize you're standing in the middle of a battlefield. So there are dead and dying bikers lying amongst the bikes. Part of the group is picking out bikes, and I'm gonna make an assumption on your part, Erik. I'm assuming you're walking around ending.
Whatever's left.
Yeah. Okay, so I wasn't taking.
Can I be almost done with one when she walks up and does her little bit, and I go, "Hi."
Oh my God. Just like psychopaths.
No, but
it's Monday.
Repeat some of Eric's best features.
Oh yeah.
Some of my best features. Well, I am short to the point of almost being a dwarf, but not quite. Roundish, hairy, green, long arms, like incredibly long arms. I have a mutation aside from my third eye that causes some of my features to look orangutangy. Yeah. And I am not bothered by any of this. It's not like it doesn't sit poorly on me. Like I am totally happy with all of this. I downplay the primate part of it just because that's not who I am. I am dressed a little bit like Jimi Hendrix in the mid 60s.
Nice.
Because I happen to be a fan of Erik happens to be a fan of the British mod experience, but has no idea what that means exactly. So that can translate from 60s to 90s regardless. He has no perspective. But he's a lot to take in all at once.
So actually, Enola has an ability. She is calling up your sheet here. You have a feat called lore, which means it's a way to get special knowledge of things you can know about, knowledge skills, and your specialty is heavy metal. So you know a whole shit ton about heavy metal, where it was, where it's going. The hottest thing right now is troll metal, literally performed by trolls.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay, so you have made sure that they're dead. Hopefully that takes that nemesis off your list. There are definitely, pick the 5 best motorcycles. You will siphon the gas out of the other ones and make sure you have like the fullest tanks you can get. A couple of them had outboard jerry cans with extra fuel. But considering you're only going a couple more hours through the rad zone, at this point, though, I'm going to need D and only D to make an endurance save.
Oh, okay.
It's because I hate you, sweetheart.
I know. I feel it in my bones. Where is endurance? I can't find it with my
It's on the
eyes.
left side. They're in the little gray stripes at the bottom of the skill.
Oh, okay.
Your saving throws. Yeah, there you go.
Staring at it. Goodness.
Okay, so
Bless America.
yeah, no, that's a partial success because you got a 5. So that means you're starting to feel it, but there's no negative effects yet. So you don't have radiation sickness, but you're feeling peaky. One of my favorite Britishisms. You're feeling peaky.
I know exactly what you mean. Okay. I'm gonna stumble over a little bit, but I'm mostly with it. Hi! You look really cool! I just killed somebody. Now I have a new bike!
Neat. I'm Enola. I'm coming with you guys, and I like to blow up things. It's just kind of like what I like to do.
You blow stuff up? My name is D. I'm the gal on this part of the expedition, but now there's two of us. This is so neat. I'm an assassin, but when I'm not assassing, I like to have a crush on Nevad and I guess maybe you now. Wow, I can't even talk anymore. Sorry.
Well, thank you, I guess. And I like rummage through my belt and I just kind of hand you a grenade with a question mark on my face.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
why
my
not?
God.
This is the coolest thing I've ever been given in my entire life.
It might help you with your assassinations.
You are very correct. I'm going to put this very carefully on the ground until I figure out how to put it in a pocket. And then I'm going to introduce you to the rest of everybody. Nevada!
Hello. I'm Lord Nevad.
Don't believe him. He's Duke.
Do I have to call you Lord? Because I feel that's a little weird.
You can just call me Nevad. Gekko over here, who you just met, I think, too, he started calling me Duke Nevada. I really like it.
Yeah, that is his real name. If anyone asks you that, especially, well, they're dead now, but.
Yeah, these dead guys thought I was Duke Nevada.
Oh, so nobody else thinks you're Duke Nevada. I'm not going to remember all these names.
That's fine.
But I will be here to help you guys. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
So you like to blow stuff up. That's your deal?
Yeah. Light things on fire, blow them up.
So one of your satchels, by the way, Enola, is literally full of explosives and a death kit. So you don't want to be near one of those grenades when it goes off because you would combust aggressively. You're carrying a dangerous amount of explosives.
And it makes me feel really warm inside.
Yeah.
You're like the really happy, awesome trash can man.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, the group is going to continue on bike now. We're not going to make rolls, so you're just going to be fine for the rest of the trip.
Okay.
They will explain to you that you're on your way to a bank, and effectively this is a bank job. So I am, however, going to need, not from Erik, because you be a gobbo, my friend. Let's start with Gekko. I need an endurance save from you, sir.
Okay. Endurance save.
You're driving through, and just for Satine's information, you're driving through a red zone. So this is an area where nuclear weapons hit about a century ago, and it's not cool yet. Okay, so that's the same thing I just said to Danielle, where you're starting to feel not great, but you don't have red sickness. So there's no mechanical penalty yet, but you'd love to not be in radiated territory anymore.
Yes.
Devad, let's get an endurance save from you, please, sir.
Already. Also partial.
Can do. Okay, and let's get one from Enola. So same
Also
deal. You
a
get
partial.
a partial, you're good.
Yep.
And then D, I'm going to need one from you. One die down, please.
Ooh.
I'm okay.
She makes it.
Ooh, look at you, Tuffy.
And this was Gekko's call, was you look
Yes.
tough, I think we're going to tough it out.
Yeah.
And fortunately, she is.
Yeah.
So, all right. You are approaching where you think the bank is going to be based on your map. This might be the point at which you want to, as characters, have a short discussion about strategy. I have put, for Satine's information, because I think the rest of you downloaded it, in the chat, there's a link to an image, which is the map of the bank. We're going to have it up in the stream, but it's easy to look at if you look at it.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so this is Gekko. This is the Ocean's 11 talk. It looks like Erik's your Rusty, and you're having how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? You're not sure what resistance there's going to be, if anything. All you know is you're in a red zone. There's a bank. You know what your goals are. For Satine's benefit, you might want to just hit those like, we need to go to that server, and here's why. So basically, I'm going to give you like 5 minutes or so to just go over what you're going to do. Colt, for anybody that's watching or listening, can you throw up the map, please? Thank you, sir.
All right. So we're going into a bank in the Austin airport.
I'm standing really close to you, Gekko, like this.
Slightly unnerving, but also somehow comforting. Weird. Mixed feelings. Going into a bank near the Austin airport. There are auto vend machines in the Austin airport that have valuable electronics. Ignore me. I think I'm a little drunk. I'm drunk on power. Long story short, there's valuable electronics in the auto vend machines, and we need to get inside of them because Gekko here loves money. So they're hard to crack, but my workaround is if we get a bank computer node back online, aka while we're breaking into a bank, while we need your beautiful bombs and the rest of this lot, so we can get some credit cards, get the bank node working, and use the cards to pay for everything. At that point, money won't matter because we'll have all of it.
I'm going to come in narratively as the GM to help along a little bit. This is a 2-part adventure. The second part with the going to the airport with the promoting the cards to buy the stuff out of the auto vend machines, which by the way do exist in the Austin airport right now. Like there are machines full of iPads and shit that you can buy with credit cards. So the plot idea is basically you're going to steal credit cards, which in the apocalyptic future are worthless. But Gekko, being the operator he is, has figured out if he gets a payment processor, basically if he turns Square processor back on and he finds some credit cards, which are now technically worthless, he can then go to the airport and literally just buy shit out of those machines. So instead of trying to hack the machines and break them open, which nobody's been able to do, his plan is just buy them with defunct money.
just like literally buy them with like go in and actually purchase them, but with stolen stuff that nobody would.
Yes.
So it's almost like if we like went and like stole a bunch of like, I don't know, like Austro-Hungarian coins and went and bought stuff with like a defunct government and a currency that doesn't work anymore, but somehow it operated the slot machine.
So part one is you're going to go to this bank, which is outside the Austin area. It's in the red zone though, which is why it's not been completely ransacked. You have a map, and what Gekko needs to do, which he did go over, was he needs to turn one of the bank processing nodes on. He used his net running Jubaju to figure out, I'm getting a ping from that bank, which means they have an active server there. But he needs to make sure it can process credit cards because all of that would have been shut down literally decades ago. The other thing is because it's a bank, he figures either in the safe deposit boxes or in the vault itself, they will have credit cards, gift cards, that kind of thing. So ironically, what you don't need is the money, because the money is absolutely worthless because those machines don't take bills. You don't go buy an iPad by putting $5 bills into a slot, right? So you need to break in, accomplish those two objectives. You need credit cards or gift cards. You need a processor server node back online. So there's your map. Gekko is the leader. We have a strange, but I'm kind of falling in love with it, tradition in this group where none of the player characters is a leader. So it tends to be when we have guest players, one of the guest players ends up like the honorary leader because all the players turn to them like, well, what are we doing?
What's our mission?
Yeah.
What's our job? We're just along for the ride.
It's like I figured it a long time ago. In real life, I'm an NPC, and I've made peace with that. And I think that this group is a lot like that. Okay, so Gekko, what is the plan, or is the plan like a Peter Quill plan?
I mean, don't call me out like that. But maybe. So this is like a peek into Gekko's mind. This group of people are freaking bonkers, And no matter what I say, it's going to go completely the opposite. I was planning to just hide when the bikers and we're going to go past. They were like, nah, let's kill them. I was just planning to take one of their bikes, get away, and Erik over here comes out of a tree and shoots a guy.
I mean, we had needs. They had bikes. That's how it works.
And with Miss Bombastic added to the group, like it's not even like a metaphorical fuse that's waiting to be lit. So I'm like, I just got to get us to the bank, and you just let the rhinos loose. And if the rhinos know not to run you over, then you're in business.
So I'm going to do the narrative thing of the camera goes away. You normally do this, I guess, it's sometimes called the veil. Mm-hmm. Like we used to call it, like when there was a sex scene, you'd pan away from it and you'd see the curtains. And if you didn't actually, you'd say, oh, look, they're making love. And you'd see the curtains. That's happening, except it's Gekko laying out the plan that it's not really a plan that doesn't believe in. So he's just double talking enough to get you to move forward. So I'm not going to make him do that knowing it's bullshit. So we hear him weaving his web of nonsense. The camera goes away. PCs, I know what plans you've been willing to follow in the past. This feels like it would be good enough for at least the three of you. Oni may have been like, I'm going to need some specifics, but she's not here. So Gekko, they look like they're on board.
Yeah.
Perfect. See, I love it when a plan comes together.
A plan? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So the one question I have is, are you just going to roll up on the bank, or are you going to send one or two people to be scouts and to do a little recon? Do you want to get a better sense of what's going on, or do you just want to come screaming in on 5 motorcycles and do the do?
I see Dee wants to recon.
I want to recon a little bit.
Do it.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Will you recon maybe not on the incredibly loud motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I'm having trouble with your sound again, Danielle.
Why don't we recon, before we hop on and ride? So we'll just,
Well, no, you just rode.
No.
We had to ride there.
JK.
Yeah, you're in the area where the bank is. So you're in a little, like, kind of suburban area. It's mostly bombed out. Some buildings are in pretty good shape. The neighborhood you're going into where the bank is, it's mostly standing buildings. So whole neighborhoods are just flattened. This one is not. It's not a surprise that a bank would have been unusually solid, like well constructed, but the whole neighborhood seems to be in pretty good shape. So you're maybe 2-3 blocks from where the bank should be. We'll say you pull your motorcycles over. Gekko's going over the map. And D, you want to be sneak, go in, take a look, see what you're dealing with?
Sure.
Okay. Do you have your map up, Danielle, in case I need to refer? Okay, beautiful. All right. So I'm going to need a stealth check, please.
So is it just D who's doing this little check?
This is a bad idea.
Go ahead, Nevada.
I should not be doing this. Our team should be doing this.
No. This is fine. Nothing in this game goes right. I've accepted that.
I literally have a 1 in. I don't think you're understanding me. I have a 1 in stealth.
I said what I said.
Oh my god.
Just so you guys know, Dee's backstory is a little complicated. She's essentially like Kimmy Schmidt crossed with Sanji from One Piece.
This is literally me gonna be skipping into this
perfect.
town.
Oh, okay.
I'm in danger. Oh, partial! Wow!
So I know this is like, unless you're a Venture Brothers fan, to me it's Kimmy Schmidt and Molotov cocktails.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm deeply in love with Venture Brothers. All right. So actually for you, so you set her up. I love the idea that we've established you have no leader, that Gekko has stepped up as leader and has said to the gods, I'm not leading. So she turns, I'm going to do some recon. You're like, yeah. And she heads off, and she's actually doing it. Maybe she just needed Dumbo's feather. Like, she's being super sneaky. Are you carrying Enola's grenade? Is it padded for careful transport? Because it looks
I would have taken off
as
like my
fuck.
bandana and I would have like tied it around it and stuck it in my pocket.
So, is this like a homemade artisanal grenade?
Yeah, but also, it's on my hip, so it really needs to be padded.
Well, she
Because I kind of
think they're, like,
sway a
bubble
lot.
wrap and duct
yeah,
tape
like
and
she
crap.
unhooked it from her hip and gave it to me, so it's already pre-packaged for transport. So I just
Okay.
put it in my pocket.
Yeah, but you're looking at it though, and there's some grenades you look at it and you go, "Oh, it's like a metal pineapple, solid." And this thing looks like a broken Christmas tree ornament that like a 5-year-old tried to fix so he wouldn't get into trouble.
Legit.
Okay, so you're sneaking towards the building. And so the upper left-hand corner there, that's the first level of the building.
Okay.
There's a second level next to it. It's a 2-story building.
Okay.
What's not on the map, because the file that the fixer came up with didn't have the external defenses. He couldn't find them. So notice there's no marked cameras or anything. He didn't have access to that. There are, however, on there quite a lot of cameras
Yeah, there.
that you can see. The ones that are like this kind of camera, the little picture, are literally those that are on gimbals.
Okay.
And the one that looks like a hanging sphere are those ones that are in the ball mounts on the ceiling.
Got
And
it.
generally you can control where those point, but you can't see because the dome is smoked.
Okay.
So there's no reference to things like pressure sensors or anything else. So as you're approaching, you'll see on the left-hand side there where the entrance is, where the ATMs were, there are steel shutters shut down all around that area. And there's like little dotted lines that show the position for those. So a long time ago, those were pulled down and locked. Those are damaged. Like somebody over time has forced in at least 2 places. They've taken to it with power tools and hammers. So they're fucked up, defenses. You see that there are also a lot of outward facing cameras, most of which, all of the ones you can see, have been smashed. So you see like the sad little dangly, cameras just hanging there. The whole place has taken some damage because there was a bomb in the area. So the foundation would have shifted. It's partially crumbled, most of the damage to the second floor. Again, it's solid bones, what's keeping it in one piece. Your guess would be there have been people in there and it's been at least partially ransacked over the years. There's a key on the map, but I noticed on your version it'll be very small unless you zoom in. There are 2 kinds of windows. There are full-on windows, and then there are glass block windows. So the ones that face the outside are actually glass block to make it easier. It is actually a legit secure building because it is a fucking bank. So you're approaching, let's say, from the lower left-hand corner there. So you're looking at the glass block windows. On the other side, your map says there's a little office. So that's the kind of one where they try to talk you into a 2.4 APR loan, that kind of bullshit. It's one of those offices. The glass block window is intact, but they're cracked a little, but they're enough that you can't get in that way. You could try to sneak in through the gaps forced in the steel shutters.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, give me another stealth check. Yep, you're gonna need to make more than one. Sorry.
Can I addendum? Can I go back?
You totally can.
Okay, great. I'm gonna mulligan and I'm gonna where's the crack in the thing?
There's several of them. Like people force their way in here over the years. The other thing is I think this is evidence of the fact that treatment has like sped up your neural processing. I literally think D looked at it and went, "Wait a minute."
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is really going like, no, I've been here before. I know what to do. This isn't quite right. So then I take an aggressive stance at the crack and I go, "Hey, yeah!"
Well, so you're not going back? I was just giving you credit for going back.
No, I didn't sneak through the crack to go stealth. I went to the crack that, and I
Okay.
opened.
You don't need to high eye. There's enough room to get in.
Okay, then I'm gonna get in the crack.
Okay, make a notice check for me.
Oh, I'll definitely do that. You have more chances here. Oh, God bless America.
Okay. You're now inside. So that in the front there.
So our reconnaissance person just like went in.
Yeah,
I said what I said, Shannon.
Yeah, Dee's apparently going to do
This is pretty typical for our crew.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go do reconnaissance.
Also
Oh, wait.
typical is the fact that she may accomplish the entire mission while we're all just standing outside. So
Right.
it's possible.
So you see the entrance. There's a top and a bottom part. You're in the lower one. You force your way in. There's a little waiting area. There's a couple of cameras. Those cameras have also been broken.
Okay.
So apparently at some point someone came in, disabled security as they encountered it.
Okay, I love it.
You're now going around the corner. You can see to the left there is an ATM. A long time ago, somebody opened that thing up and got whatever now worthless cash was in the guts of it because it's hanging open. There's something kind of vulgar about the way its guts are just hanging there like that. It's not very dignified.
Okay.
And over to the right, you can see pretty much standard bank layout, right? That little square thing is the table where the brochures about the Christmas Savings Club and all that kind of nonsense.
Got it.
And then the little areas with the towers, and around back there is what would be a drive-up tower area.
Right.
You don't see it yet. When you come around the corner, you may have noticed that there are two icons that probably stand for robot.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about that at all? Because of the robots?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sneaking, or at this point are you just?
I mean, I'm sneaking. I'm being a little sneaky.
Give me a stop.
Okay. Oh, God bless America.
My God, girl.
You know?
Wow.
All right. So
How in the hell?
we cut back to the group.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm explaining to everyone how the different hot sauces have different effects on the body, and mixed with different kinds of gunpowder and other, explosive chemicals. And I'm just going on and on about this.
I've heard it's been used to treat low blood pressure in emergencies. Like there are medicinal uses for hot sauce. I assume Enola knows all of them.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You're like a hot sauce of the month club walking advertisement.
And this would be
sampler.
Her collection would make Sean, the hot ones guy, would look at the shit she's carrying and be like, no, swipe left, I'm out. Too hot.
Like, I'm guessing some of these like homemade hot sauces are literally probably on the verge of being poisonous.
Oh, the one that I have, like, it's like a necklace. It's like there's a vial here, and it's like my precious.
Right.
It's the
like
hottest.
like
Even
the
I
rate-
haven't tasted it.
Is there
like
like
the
battery
radio-
acid in it?
Made
I'm
from
just
mutated
imagining that-
peppers and battery acid. Yeah.
But I'm also just imagining, like all of the sort of fauna, the flora has mutated as well.
Yeah.
So like a radiated ghost pepper is really going
The
to.
Scoville scale is way off. So whatever this is, like, you have it as like, what's that thing? Is it like cyanide or whatever that they eat whenever you want to die? Like, this is like when you're like, I want my last bite to be a spicy one.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, I need a notice check from D.
Perfect. I noticed. Kind of.
Up ahead and to your right, echoing, so at a distance, you hear power tools.
Would awareness, insight, or notice help me at all to do any more?
Well, you already rolled the notice roll.
Okay.
Awareness is like danger sign. Like if I'm going to try to sneak up on you, awareness tells you Ganked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't see like through
I
any
mean, you could
windows.
stay still and listen and just take some time. You get closer and see if you can get a better idea of position. I guess there really isn't an option 3.
I'm gonna.
But you can turn around and come back and tell us what's going on, right?
This is D we are talking about.
Okay,
Listen,
fair.
I'm very in character right now, okay? I'm not playing as myself. I'm smarter than this girl. Like, so I think D would genuinely just hang out and listen for a sec.
Okay, give me another notice check.
Oh, bless. Okay. I'm stressing myself out. Yes!
Okay, you notice 2 things. Thing 1.
Uh-huh.
So you see, you're in that main room right now. That's where the little cordon dials that lead to the tower windows are. There is an area with a door there, which is how they get back there.
Yeah.
Behind that door, possibly around the corner, possibly even down those stairs, because that's where the sound is coming from. It's like a saw or a sawzall.
Okay.
Echoing like down it, like it's a distance away, but it's somewhere that direction is that. The other thing is near you, you notice a broken, beat up robot. It was attacked with heavy weapons a long time ago, so it's like covered in dust and shit and fallen bits of roof. But using my bad karma, it's got just enough energy to kick back to life.
Oh.
It has noticed you and it's going to try to stop you. Will you engage with it or GTFO?
I'll leave.
Okay, give me a reflex save. Let's see if you can get out before it powers all the way up.
A reaction save?
Sorry, I'm currently designing 3 different systems and I get confused.
You're fine. Okay, great.
That's okay, dude.
We got partial.
All right, so it fires its stunner as you leave. It hits you. Take. Wow, I got 611. So that's going to be 1, 2, only 3 hits, which is fine, but it's a stun weapon, which means you need to make a toughness save or it stuns you.
Yeah, no problems. Yeah, I'm very tough.
Okay. I am literally going to say it tased you in the ass on your way out.
Ouch!
A
Owie!
short time later, have you offered them little tastes of your mildest sauce?
No.
Like, those are yours. For you.
Are you just describing the flavors of them all? Like,
I'll let you smell it, but that's about it.
Oh my god. I know this person deeply of like, here's my collection. Don't look at it too much. But you want to know.
This is my
Oh, is your dad that way?
Every time I come home, he's like, you can't even look at this, but I made it out of crushed ghost peppers and the tears of your mother. And he's like, I whisper, I blow it near pizza, and then I eat it, and I cry the whole time. I love it. Do you want to try it? And I'm like, no, Dad, I don't. That's so weird.
So you've had an hour. So everybody that has hit points down gets them back. Anybody that has taken a hit, an injury, the injury would have gone away by now.
Are we kind of out of, by being closer in town, are we kind of out of the radiation a little bit?
Well, you had to take, there's nothing to do with the radiation. A couple took damage in the fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
All right, and D comes back. And D, they're talking about, it looks like the worst Costco tasting line ever because nobody's sampling anything. But it's being presented. Oh, and this is, a little fruity, but on the back end, it'll make you reconsider your choice to be alive. And then she does not offer it to you.
Guys. I just went into the bank and I got shot in the butt by a robot and the cameras are mostly broken and the ATM looks like it got gutted a lot and that was really sad actually. You should come.
Okay.
I really thought she was dead.
She's pretty tough.
I'm tough.
She's real tough.
Mm.
So it sounds like we could just kind of go in there. It's like a robot, just a robot, a junkie robot.
No, you can't just go in there. There's people that are using some kind of weird, creepy power tools. It sounds like they're cutting stuff up with big saws. I don't know what they're cutting. I didn't get that far. The thing shot me.
I mean, I feel like that's the thing you should have maybe mentioned first before you got to the ATM, is that there's people in the bank.
I forgot there was a lot. What were you guys doing?
Talking about hot sauce.
Not tasting hot sauce.
Sniffing sauce. That's a horrible sentence.
Wow.
I just want to know what that's slang for.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. I would say even in 2021, don't Google it.
It is, however, the name of a podcast that's fairly successful.
Sniffing sauce.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
That would have gotten.
I will wear that shirt.
So,
we got to be careful. We got to be careful. That might be the AKA title for this episode.
It might be.
Bad credit, AKA sniffing sauce.
No, I think it's like a New York
Gekko,
Knicks podcast.
Do you take your well-oiled machine of a party up to the bank?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Let's go.
Move the bikes to be a little closer. Probably not real close. Assuming you don't want the bikes to be heard, right?
Right.
Okay. So you park them all. It doesn't look. Areas like this, if they're not overrun by ghouls, they're generally not really populated unless you get goblins that settle there because they're immune to the radiation.
Mm-hmm.
You occasionally get packs of scavengers that will come in to try to take anything valuable out. So that sounds like maybe there's scavengers that come looking for something worthwhile in the bank. Your guess, Gekko, would be gold or silver.
That makes sense.
Most currency doesn't have worth. And ironically, the actual metal doesn't have worth, but people, like, they trade the batteries. They'll trade like silver dollars. They have worth. And that is the kind of thing that would usually be like in a safe deposit box.
Okay.
There you go. There's a bank.
All right. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Rah!
Do you have a question for you? Did you see anything interesting while you were in there?
So like I mentioned, the people with the saws, the sad ATM that was gutted, that was probably of special interest to you. It looks like they took all the cash or whatever, something in the bottom. They took that out. So I don't know if the mechanical part might be like working still, but definitely like the part that holds the cash is kaput. So, and then the robot that shot me in the butt, and all of the cameras that I saw were shot out. So I don't think that there's anybody watching us, at least until we get into the actual bank.
Did the robot that shot you in the butt?
Yeah, I said ow and stuff. Like, it actually hurt a little bit.
All right, I'm leaving that to her. And I just gesture towards Enola.
I'm like right here, right behind you.
I probably bump her.
Cool. But I think the robot's not too tough. I could probably punch it if I was with friends. So now we're with friends.
So your main thing, Enola, is if you plan to grenade the damn thing, you need to make sure that you're first. Otherwise, they'll run in to fight it and grenade, right? So if you're going to lead with grenades, you have to be fashion forward with those damn things.
I'm just. You tell me when, Gekko, and I'm in.
Deal. You know what? You lead. I'll stand in the middle, where it's
Professor Pickles.
Yeah. Best for ordering and guides. Actually, also, D, did you see anything that might be does the term banknote make sense to you?
No.
Did you see something that was sparky and BB that wasn't the robot.
Not yet. There's more to the bank, though. I definitely saw some other like little areas that we should probably look. So it's not like I just didn't see it in that room. I didn't see
So
that.
looking at your map, the one the fixer gave you,
Mhm.
there looks to be servers marked up top where the towers are. There's a mark. And there's
Okay.
also one in what's probably the boss's office on the second floor, lower right.
All right. Then I think that's where we're going to head.
Yeah, and then there's what looks to you to be a server farm downstairs.
The kind of spiny looking thing in the middle there.
Let's head towards the office.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to head in
Oh, God.
same way she did, right? And is Enola? Are you planning?
I'm letting Enola go
Grenade.
first.
All
To
right.
be honest, I'm more worried about myself than everybody else. But if Enola's in front of me, then at least the grenade's in front of me.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, I've got like the saddlebags that I had that have all the explosives in it. I basically also can convert them into a backpack.
Wait a
Nice.
second. So if I'm being perfectly honest, Dee knew where to go. So chances are, if Enola's going first, I would be going second, walking awkwardly close to her, telling her where to go, and asking her questions because I didn't get to talk to her about her hot sauce.
That checks out.
So, Enola, one thing that's not immediately obvious that you're wearing is a thing called a beat suit. The beat suit is like a suit that is a speaker, and you have a little music arc, which is like a Zune, and you have a tendency sometimes when you're feeling the urge to play your metal through your bodysuit when you're blowing things to Kingdom Come.
Yeah, and it's shaped like a cat. I don't know if you can see her over here.
I can see
It's like
that
blending
That's a
into the
beautiful
background.
cat there.
All right. You're not. Are you stealthing or are you just walking in at this point?
Oh, I'm just walking in.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I don't do stealth.
So you're coming around the corner there. So there's that little entry area, then there with the ATM, and then to your right, you immediately, no need for any rolls, see. Have you seen the black hole?
Just a black hole in general.
No, Disney's The Black Hole. It was
Oh
their
no.
first-
I think
Like
we might be
modern-
the only two old enough to have seen
No,
it.
I'm old enough, but
People
Oh, yeah, well,
watch
kidding.
movies that were not made this year.
No,
Not
I
the
understand.
black hole.
that movie is not. Well, anyway,
It was historically important because it was Disney's first turn into R-rated territory. Anyway, there's a robot in there I would reference, and it's an amazing reference if you knew what it was. But
which Bob or Maximilian?
love you, Shannon.
I know.
So there is a beat up humanoid thing that's early robotics, so is humanoid only in the sense that like, you know, a transformer is like, oh, it's a head. Look, it's a head, right? So it's only vaguely meant to be humanoid, and it is beat up. So it's like a garbage can that was kicked down an alleyway with kind of an arm stuck to it, and then the base has treads. And it is a security robot. You've seen units like this before. This is remarkable in that it's in sad shape. This bank probably went down right during the fall. Its security wasn't even cutting edge at the time. But those things have stunners that can take you out. Do you want to say hello?
No, but I do want to mention that I am very aware, very much notice things, and I like to look for things a lot by searching. So just want to throw that out there. That is something I would do. But what I would want to do is set it off or get it to go and stun something else, kind of waste the stunner that it has.
How would you do that?
I back up and I go, hey guys, so there's this thing, it stuns, let's juice it and then walk by.
Okay, so she comes walking back towards you, Dee. And behind her is the robot that shocked you in the ass, which is now preparing to do it again to your front.
So I would then be like, I would have been preparing my crossbow because I know this thing is coming. So I'm ready.
Roll to hit with your shoot, please.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to aim in a way that like hits this robot out, but that doesn't blow it up or anything, because I want to see if there's any way that while we have a hacker that they can salvage some of the parts for Jeepers 2.
1 second, because you need to know this.
Oh, no.
You also have good karma right now, which might be helpful.
Are you looking to see if D has like special aiming?
No. There's some. I just wanted to read you something. A rule that we've only used occasionally that's absolutely what's called for here is the cinematic action rule. So when you do something that's larger than life that isn't cleanly defined by the rules, you can attempt a cinematic action. So what you would do is you need to make the roll, and you need to roll 2 successes instead of 1. So it lets you do things you can't normally do. Like in this case, just make it stop, like just shut it down. Like you found it broken, make it re-broke so that you can pull stuff off and salvage it.
Okay.
So all you got to do is make a shoot roll and get 2 successes, and you succeed.
All you know how to do. Yeah, okay, Mike. All right, here we go. Wait, do I get any kind of bonuses because I got buddies too?
Well, they're not helping you.
What?
Well,
We're in this together!
they'd have to be.
Yeah, but like,
actually
what are you
coordinated.
saying? Like, help me aim good?
I don't know.
Yeah. Do it.
So
You can really do it.
that's actually a failure because it's not the 2 successes. Oh, was that not your roll?
No, this one was.
Even worse.
She got 2 near misses.
So the bolt hits the robot, and it is, after all, a wooden bolt.
Yeah.
It hits the thing and falls off.
Okay.
Behind you, Enola, and then behind them, the other 3. Is anybody wanting to interact with this thing? Otherwise, we're going to roll some initiatives, and we're going to have it start shooting people.
So basically, like the 3 of us, me, Gekko, Erik, and Navad, like watch Enola and D kind of stroll up to this robot.
Oh, Enola flat out kited it.
What?
Enola flat out kited that robot. She walked into the room, went grenade, nah, turned around, walked it back, and it just came back. It was like a World of Warcraft kite.
Okay, and then D shot it, and the arrow plinked off of it.
Yeah,
and we're like standing there, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is there a what the hell, or am I rolling initiative?
Is there anything that Gekko could probably do hacking wise to, like, that he knows he could do to deal with this thing?
So again, that falls under the cinematic action rule because there are feats in the system. Like there's a robot slayer feat. There are all kinds of things that are special power tricks if you bought them. If you haven't, cinematic action is always a thing you can do. For example, you could run up to the damn thing with a little box from Aliens, Alien 2, and be like, I'm going to just shut it down. And as long as you make a hack and you roll 2 6s, it shuts down.
Makes sense.
Are you going to try it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so
Let's 2d6s.
more kind of aggressive courage than so far Gekko has shown. He goes running in up to the janky robot, takes out a lead and tries to hack the thing on the fly.
Yep.
So the hack test.
Can't use them if they're dead. You said hack?
Yep.
Okay. And was this the full 4d6?
Yep.
Okay. I feel better about that then.
Yeah. No, there's no. Almost. Okay. So now we've got a crossbow bolt having pinged off it. And now he's literally kind of running around it, and the head is on a circular pivot, and it's kind of circling around as he's trying to get, like, you know, an RS-232. They're trying to plug in a jack and can't quite get it. Erik?
I mean, if I can make a Semitic action, I will do it.
It's looking a little like a shit show.
I mean, all right, it's Karen time, I guess.
Okay, so your answer is
Yeah.
Shoot the dang thing?
I mean, that's Eric's mode, right? So
it really is. All right, so it's going to be close.
Okay.
So second range category.
All right. Here we go.
I also like the.
We got a 6.
You hit it.
I did.
I also like the first couple of attacks were also with kind of an implied effort to be quiet, and then efforts like Eric's like fuck.
I gave them a chance.
you absolutely did, sir.
All right, I hit it, and
all right. Oh geez,
Oh,
man.
40.
Okay, no, it's got a decent defense against guns, but 4, and then you've got a 3 crit, right?
yes.
It's 10. Reroll the exploding 6s for me.
2d6.
Okay.
Oh.
So it has that mass thing I talked about once. You can get to a certain number of hit points for it to take damage. You managed to do 2 to it, but it was a janky shape, and 2 is all you need. So he pulls out his gun. There's a loud repeat that it's an empty ruined bank. I imagine it would echo like viciously in this space. This is a crack, and the thing the head falls off and there's sparks.
Sorry for the noise.
I grab Erik and I kiss his forehead.
Aw.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you. And I
It's like
walk
right on the
forward.
patch.
Got it. So where are you going, Enola?
She's the
Well,
best.
I'm going to wherever the noise inside was.
So make a notice check to see if you hear it.
All righty. Is that 46? I've got 4.
Mm-hmm. If you've got a 4 for notice, yeah.
I got.
Nice.
Is
So
that a
normally,
is it a win?
Satine, I ask people to turn their dice to black, but you're Satine. You can keep the.
I like these crazy ass dice.
Yeah, I like that there's a
Oh,
weird
thanks.
face on one of
She
your
gets
dice.
special.
Yeah, I don't know
permission.
what is going on there.
Yeah, I know, right? Is that the Misfits logo? I could swear to God it is.
No
All
idea.
right. So you hear that you do not hear that sound.
You hear that you don't hear the sound.
Yeah, like you don't hear it, but you're.
Okay.
It may be that somebody heard a gunshot. I don't know. Just
Oh, no
I'm just
buzzsaw, is that what
spitballing
you're
here.
saying?
yeah, there's no sound.
I yell back, I don't hear anything.
I'm gonna run up to where she is.
Okay. So you guys are in the middle of the room near the teller lines. Where you heard the sound is where that door is at the bottom there, where you would enter so the employees would get in. Do you see it?
Yeah, like the little corridor part.
Boy, I wish I could show this.
I know, me too.
Sharing the screen just kills everything, right, Colt? The one at the bank. If I pin your video.
So
Yep,
you
right click.
So there's like, if you look at
So with that orientation, I didn't realize that Colt has the map turned. On the right-hand side, as you're approaching the teller lane,
Yep.
there's a door.
there's like a little gate, and then behind that you can see where the stairs go down. Like
Yeah,
that's the
There's a
zone,
marking
right?
for a robot there. That room is where the sound was coming from.
Gotcha.
Got
Okay. So, I just run up and say, "No, I'm serious. It was right through there. It was that one."
So do you want me to bomb that one?
Well, I mean, should we go sneak in and see if there's something to bomb? I don't-
No, screw it. Timing is stupid.
Okay. Okay, then let's
Okay.
bomb it, I guess.
I push D back and I step back and I count like 3, 2, the distance, and I click and I roll it towards the door with the. I'm an expert. I know how long it's going to take to roll to the door.
There is an explosion. Her handmade ordnance performs spectacularly. The door that wasn't locked opens. It just swings on the hinge.
Good one.
After you.
No, you first. I insist.
I look back at everyone.
So
I'm gonna go
Gekko,
first.
if when you go through that door, you go left instead of right through that door.
Yep.
That's where there's a marking for potentially one of these servers.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna do
You see it
exactly
there?
that.
It's like on the left of where the tower's set.
Yeah. Okay. I see it. Yep.
So do you want to? So I need to know who's going into the tower area.
That's a concerning question.
I'm covering Gekko wherever he goes.
Yeah, that door is hanging open, and blast markings all over it, and it's like gone all convex. Like there's evidence of Enola's damage. It's just kind of hanging there like a broken screen door.
It's my art.
It's true.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what the best.
I don't mind going first. I just need to know where to go.
That's as far as I got.
So Erik, being I think the most tactically minded person in the room, God help you. It does occur to you if you're not hearing the work sounds anymore, if there's someone here, they know you're here.
That's what I was figuring.
Yeah, that doesn't really concern me much because I figure if they were smart, they would have guarded the entrance, and they didn't. So they're not.
It was pretty reckless. You've seen it before in these areas where there's so few people around. Again, it's like somebody doing Walking Dead poorly from the tribes that die because the zombies eat them. Like, there's nobody here. Yeah, totally.
So my inclination then is to make sure that we keep it sort of tight. And if we stay tight enough and defend our little perimeter, then regardless of what happens, we'll be able to. It's not like I don't feel like let me say this in character. I don't feel like there's going to be like 50 people in here. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2, maybe 3. But we outnumber, I feel, however many people there are, or else they would have attacked us. So what I think is we should keep Gekko clean. We should keep our bombs dry. And we should just wait and see what happens.
Who the hell are you? You literally climbed out of a tree to shoot a man, put a gun to his head inside of a bar.
I was just trying to turn you on.
Okay. Click.
So Gekko, it's looking like they're all waiting for you to make a move, man. What do you do?
Go into that machine.
Okay, so he goes in and he's going to work his way down the row of towers. They're just like little almost bar stools, and just move them out of the way. Uh-huh. Is anyone else following him into that room?
Mm-hmm.
All of us, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
We're staying tight.
It is tight because I tried to model it after like your standard small like Amplify or one of those banks.
Yep.
And those areas typically don't have much room. They're built for efficiency because the poor bastard that works 10-hour shifts there has to use the rolly chair to do the drive up and the tower window. Mm-hmm. So it all has to be efficiency built. So there's very little room in there. So is anybody staying outside and not going in?
Nah, we're family.
Okay, so you're squeezed in there. All right, Gekko, you head down to the end, and there is, in fact, a big metal cabinet. And it's a little dinged up, but you check out the unit, and it definitely was a server. It probably fed the electronics, all the stuff for the towers. It does not have power right now.
Yeah.
So you would need to find a way to power it. So this is not the one that you got a ping off of because it's not connected to anything. It's just dead. It may not be irreparable, but it's not the one that you saw.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to do some work if I want it to be this one.
Yeah. And again, there probably is one that's fine because you got an echo back when you send out the thing.
Yeah.
It's not this one.
Oh, it's not this one. We're gonna have to keep looking around.
Okay, so if your primary interest right now is those units, there's ones downstairs, which is the door that most of the parties buy right now, or you go further up to where that break room is. That's the steps to the second story, and that's where the boss's office is, where the other unit is shown.
So what do you think? Downstairs.
I'm with you.
Seems like that's where we should go.
I think it's also where the vault is, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
2 birds, 1 bomb.
Okay, so there is a door to that little room with the stairs. There's a robot marked there, but that door is closed. You don't know if it's locked or not.
Go to the door and find out if it's locked.
It is locked.
Ching.
I move away.
Hey,
I love this song.
hey, Enola. Actually, I could do it. Maybe not quite so loud. Can I give it a go?
Okay.
Small space.
All right, I'm gonna cast Destroy on the door and just kind of try to smoosh it off of the frame.
I won't make you make the magic roll. I kind of like the irony of the way the spell effect is described. Is it's as though you had thrown a grenade. He literally does magic.
Well, I'm like feeling I can pick up that D's like a little hot for Enola, and I maybe feel a little rivalry. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do my thing.
So
And it's like exactly the same. It's exactly the same sound.
I'm like,
and there's like a and the door pops. You blew the lock, so it ends up doing the same damn thing.
Okay.
that's hilarious.
Okay. So we blew the door off.
There is an intact robot just standing there, but it is not powered up.
For Gekko.
Let me go look at it.
Give me a bodge check.
Bodge check. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh my God. 2 6s.
So you know that thing you
Ooh,
tried to do where
botched
you
the
tried
shit
to
out of that robot.
run up to it
Yes.
and deactivate it? Someone did that successfully here.
I'm a little slighted by that.
So it's got like a jack in it, and somebody basically not really short circuited, but did like kind of a bypass thing on it, and it just shut it down. Like you could just pull that out and turn it back on. I mean, I don't know that that's a great idea, but you could.
Can I mess with this programming while it's offline?
You could, but that's not. There's actually a special feat to be a programmer, and you're
Got it.
not. So you can do things to hack and get by defenses, but you don't really reprogram.
Nah, I'm not gonna mess with this then.
Those two thin lines that are hard to see at this resolution,
Mm-hmm.
that's a security gate. The security gate, you know, the kind that every neighborhood that sells like knockoff purses has these. It has been cut through a long time ago. Somebody used like a sawzall to just cut a hole in it. The camera is destroyed, and there are stairs going down.
That's where the sound was coming from.
Hmm.
So looking at it, we see that Enola walks up to it. These cuts were made 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, these are old.
Not fresh, yeah.
Good
So
for
it's
them.
probably someone else, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I don't have to worry about the cameras and whatever these cuts are. Someone quite like myself. Very proud of them. I hope they're not dead.
Okay, you head down the stairs?
Yep.
Who is first?
So I actually was going to do this. I kiss Gekko on the forehead and run downstairs first. And Karen draw.
Feels like you're on a dungeon expedition, for God's sake. Okay, so Erik, you go run down the stairs. And
I mean, not like sprint, but like, military move.
yeah, totally.
Like Erik, chaos, but not,
Yeah,
crazy.
you move with a purpose.
Yeah.
You head down there, and that first room is like this whole front area is like reception. I did miss a door there. It's obvious where it's not. There's a reception area, and there should be a door into the area on the right, and that's where the private boxes are. So you come down. There's a secure door on your left, secure door on your right. Both have been opened a long time ago and been left open. So they're both ajar.
Peek in.
Okay. Do you peek in to the right or the left?
Let's go right.
Okay.
Feel good about it.
There is an elevator, and the elevator door is open, and it seems permanently open, like it was opened a long time ago, possibly pried. Down that little hallway, that other door with the gears, that's the machine, like the machine room that drives the elevator. All the gear for that is in that room. That door is closed, but that's what your map says. But yeah, that's an elevator shaft. You can't see if the elevator is up or down from where you're standing, but you go in and look.
Okay. I'm just gonna relay that to everybody else. Do you have any suggestions or preferences in this point right now?
Well,
That's okay. That's it's
And
anybody
those
else have any
bombs.
suggestions?
No, we're just here to help you. Blow it up.
I'm gonna go look over to the left very quickly then.
Okay, there is literally a bank of servers, and one of them has a little red indicator light.
Ooh.
Should have gone left.
Oh.
So you've got basically what would amount to a hacking deck, right? And we very close to have these in the real world. They're little portable things that you can get the monitor connected to, and you can use without having to hook it to an actual keyboard. So you can connect to it if you like.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. This will be a montage sequence. We'll do a little of that, like early 2000s sexy hacking. I think Hugh Jackman invented that, where you have to get up and take your shirt off, and then you hack and then spin around. And Gekko's not a sexy hacker, though, is
You know what? Gekko does it. I'm into it.
he? Okay. All right.
Okay.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah. It sounds like his style.
sexy hacking. Sacking, if you will.
What the hell was that? What the hell is
We're
that?
gonna see some like code reflected, in
Oh,
his,
yeah, for sure.
like in his face. The light is casting from
Oh,
the.
can there be a computer voice that keeps going, access denied? Access denied.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No, because then when he gets it, it'll change to a female voice that goes, access granted.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the female voice just goes, "Oh."
Love
Gekko,
it.
I want Gekko to like open his shirt and like it's like an ugly graphic tee. This is like Hacker Man on it.
All right. So what would be the theme music? It feels like not Primus. Who did the most of the music for the Matrix?
Oh.
Prodigy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels like a Prodigy, like something with a real insistent, like an overachieving backbeat, and especially while you're doing your flex in and doing your sexy hacking. All right, one sexy hacking montage later. Gekko has opened the node and you have rebooted the processing that you need. So if a computer dials in here to try to process a credit card, the bank will now process that card like it should. Which again seems like a weird thing. It's only useful in this strange circumstance. You've successfully turned the thing on to do what it's supposed to do.
Love
Yay.
it.
We did it.
It seems like one of the best achievements so far, to be honest.
To do a thing that was supposed to go as intended.
Yes.
I am surprised.
And involve no murder.
So you got one other problem. Your little heads-up display would say objective 1 achieved, but you got that other objective. Otherwise, this whole thing is pointless. You got no credit cards yet.
We have to go to the vault. We have to go to the vault.
So do you want to go straight to the vault, or do you want to try to go to where the personal boxes were?
Ooh, vault.
Yeah, vault.
We're at a vault. You got to go to the
Erik,
vault.
you head over to the area where the elevator is. It's been pried open. The elevator is stuck in down. So what you're looking at is just elevator cables.
Oh.
Is there must be stairs, right?
You're not seeing any. It's not on the map anyway.
Wait, the elevator is stuck on down?
Mhm.
So if we look down the shaft, we could see the top of the elevator.
Yes. You also do see that there is a ladder in the in the wall. It would have to be set back, so kind of like they do for subways.
Sure.
So it'd be in a little place. So if you needed to climb down in a situation like this, you wouldn't have to do the fireman's right. Yeah, you could do the stairs if you wanted to. Then not stairs, but the ladder.
Cool.
So I turn to Enola and say, if you had a bomb powerful enough, could you blow the doors off the front of an elevator?
Yes.
Then I have an idea.
Cha-ching.
And so the idea is to climb down the ladder and open the roof of the elevator. And if the door is closed, blow the door off. But if the door is open, just walk in.
So there is a panel on the top of the elevator that is open. So there is like a 3 foot by 3 foot square opening. Set a little from the dead center of the elevator.
I have a modification to my idea that is perhaps better. That nobody is standing in the elevator when we throw a bomb in it. Perhaps we drop the bomb into the shaft and see what happens.
I need a notice check from Erik, please.
Alrighty. Let me see where my notice is. 6. I got 6 of these.
Wait.
You see another goblin looking up at you, who then goes, and then pulls his head back.
Perfect. Click.
Yeah, drop the bomb.
Boom.
Okay.
From in the elevator, he like the goblin was looking up through the panel in the elevator. Okay.
So Enola, give me a throw.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, you're real good at this.
Okay, how do I do throw?
You just roll that many dice.
Where is my 6 of them?
Yeah, that seems good.
Oh my goodness.
What could go wrong?
Oh yeah.
I got a 6.
Yeah.
And whatever that number is.
All right, so now the grenade does 6 dice of damage. So roll the 6 dice.
Oh, yeah. It's so silly. That one dice doesn't have any numbers on it?
It's like
it's so weird.
Void.
The real
What's so weird is I'm seeing your dice in a completely different style.
I see all numbers.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, the one on the bottom, it doesn't have any numbers on my end.
I see 615423.
So
okay.
She neatly drops the bomb. The grenade goes down, goes right through the hole. There's like a 1, 2, and then fire comes shooting up. And you hear a
But I leave my head in the elevator shaft so I could feel the heat just kind of wash over me.
So we get a slow-mo, like you put the fan so your hair.
It's just one ponytail going up like this.
There doesn't seem to be anybody moving down there now. Weird, huh?
Clear.
Roll out.
Wow.
So Erik first?
Yeah.
Can't believe this has worked so far. It's like falling forward.
I need a awareness check from Erik. This would be a good one to make.
I made it.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're about to step on a pressure switch with your bum leg.
Woo.
So you're about halfway down, and someone has cut into the wall enough to set an explosive and has rigged the step you're about to step on, so it's a pressure switch. So if you put your weight on it, it'll probably blow your leg off.
Okay, so I yell, stop. Can I avoid it? Is there?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
All you have to do is mark it and just put your leg to the next one and be very careful not to touch it.
So I wonder what I have to mark it with that they would not be, because it's dark. I would assume it's dark, and I don't want anybody else to blow off their legs. What do I have? What do I have? Oh, I know. I tear off a small piece of my jacket that is sort of very glowy purple
Oh yeah.
and tie it around
You're gonna flag
the
it.
stair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell everybody, do not step on the stair that has my piece of jacket on it. It will blow your legs off.
Ah.
Give me a notice check, please, Erik.
I have noticed.
Do you speak Garge?
Would it tell me? Or you just
Yeah, you need a feat to do it. It's the language of the goblins.
I mean, I would assume I do. I'm a goblin.
Well, but not all. So it's an invented language. It's kind of like Goblin Esperanto. So the goblins that are part of like the Goblins' Rights, Green Power movement have invented a language that's not really an authentic language. Well, it is because any communication eventually.
Well, it's their language, right?
Right, exactly.
So I don't speak that.
But you don't. But you right. It's not a. You don't. Right.
Yeah, you weren't raised like in a hardcore kind of politicized goblin community that speaks that. You're wearing a prince coat, man.
Right.
All right. So they're speaking goblin, and it sounds. So you hear something like, "Yeah, check rest."
Okay. Doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, how many does it sound like there are?
We only heard two voices.
All right, I'm gonna drop into the elevator. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. You enter the room. So in the bottom right of that map that's displayed, can we get a glimpse of that again, Colt? So, okay, it's turn. You'll see where the elevator lets out. So there is a main room that's flanked by where the 1 point robots.
Couple robots.
The robots
Right.
are not there anymore. That door is open. There are 3 goblins who have set a pile of power tools in the middle of the room and have stepped back like this.
Ah.
I didn't see what your step back.
Yeah.
was.
Step back like what?
Oh, great. So I cover them with the gun while everybody else comes down.
And you see it's like crude breaking into a vault tools, like big, long, heavy drill, like circular cutter, like just brute force vault extraction tools. So the party comes down.
So now there's five of us to 3 of them.
Yep. Well, and they have clearly surrendered.
Right.
What they yelled was, "Fuck, they found the bomb."
I love it.
Very cool. So I kind of assume. Can I assume that they have the same strategy that we have? Like, are they after the same stuff?
No, it's hard to tell what their intention is other than get into the vault. Excuse me, cousin.
Yeah. What you want?
Is this the Daddy-O burger?
No, you're in the wrong spot.
Oh, we are real lost.
Yeah, I'd get gone if I were you.
Do you guys want the burger? Yeah, we'd like a burger. We're going to go get a burger.
That seems like a real good idea. You enjoy that burger.
What are they saying, Erik?
Well, they're saying in...
Oh, they're saying in normal?
Yeah, he doesn't speak goblin.
Okay. So what you're saying is if you have a burger, you'll do anything for a burger.
No, we're saying we'd like to go...
I think they're saying they'd like to be allowed to leave without any further calamity.
I think they can leave if they open the vault, and I'll give them a burger.
If we could have opened the vault, we wouldn't have been here when you arrived.
Wait, did you think there were burgers in the vault?
No,
I think they're just using the. Hold on. I think they're using the burger as a subterfuge to figure out a way to get out of the room.
I pull out
They're trying to not so Irish goodbye the situation by saying, "I would like to have a burger. Let's go get a burger."
Cousin understands.
It's a not so subtle goblin-esque thing that we do occasionally.
Try harder to open the vault.
Yeah, you take a look at the cutter on that thing. And he points to the circular saw, and it's all bent to shit and dull.
If only we had some manner of explosive we could use to open this
Cha-ching!
So the shortest one literally yells, "Jesus Christ!" and backs away from you.
Yeah, you should.
Picks up.
You should go. Actually.
Okay, burger time. And they file out and crawl back up there.
I want to sit in the corner of the room as far away from like what the explosive range is going to be, and I'm going to pull out of my pocket. And I don't know why you gave me this, Mike, but you did. I'm going to pull out a burger and start eating it.
Oh,
We sent them away, and now you're going to eat the burger after they've left.
Yes.
I love it.
I say, wait.
Wow!
Blessings of the goddess.
A little bit of hot sauce on that burger.
I'm not going to lie.
It's a honey hot sauce.
The credit card seem way less interesting right now.
Make an endurance save, please.
Deal.
It's mild because I just met you.
Yeah, mild to you. I'm not sure Enola can tell anymore.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I have a buddy that's a brother from another mother, who's a Chicago cop.
Oh,
And he always had to have hot sauce to taste anything. His senses were so far deranged, it was sick.
That was a partial.
Partial.
Gekko got a partial.
You're going to lose your sense of taste for about a day.
Worth it.
And after the burger, you're very much, like a little like your mouth has been numbed.
It's a blessing. I'm not supposed to taste anything else.
That's a
That
good
was
point.
amazing.
also, I'm a little dubious of where you managed to get a functioning burger in the wasteland.
Eh, don't ask questions.
All right.
It's just like a Twinkie, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those vending machine burgers that is indestructible and
It's like 50 years old.
Actually, I guess that is a really weird
There's a
question.
YouTuber named Ashens, and Ashens eats really old food like that. And he actually had a burger in a can,
Yeah.
and he ate that shit. It's
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gross.
All right, so you turn around the corner, and there's like some of their shit they left behind. And they had managed, there's like a dangling cable. They'd gotten power for the power tools. So if you need to go back up and turn on that other server, you could have found out what they routed into. Like, they had some idea what they were doing, but honestly, they were going to brute force it. When you turn the corner and look at the door, it's like somebody taking out their pocket knife and going, "I'm going to whittle this car down to nothing." Like, there's just little scratches. It like was barely affected.
Amateurs. I set 2, like wherever like the hinges are, whatever, and then
Yeah,
I
your
wrap
grenades
some
wouldn't do
string.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing the explosives. Yeah, I put the
This would be
explosives.
full-on explosives in that pack.
Yeah, and then I
Okay.
grab my little button and I
You
go around.
You're going to want to get the hell away.
Yeah, we're going to deep back. I mean, fortunately, there's that little entryway tunnel that we can get behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably could hide in the elevator.
3, 2, 1, click.
So I love the fact that I'm just going to take this from where that was going narratively, where they hadn't really fully declared. I'm assuming that Enola was like, they just started to go past you, and she's just like, they're gone. 3, 2, 1. So I'm picturing the characters. A couple of them would like jump forward, and a couple would like go around the corner to get like blast shadow. She hits it. I'm not going to make you roll because this is your thing. There is a massive explosion. It's
I've got a soundtrack going at the same time.
Oh, so you triggered it when you okay. What I don't know how much you know about what metal, like what kind of metal.
Oh,
would be
Thunderstrike. I'm
appropriate
playing Thunderstrike right now.
Nice.
Thunderstrike.
Yeah. I was going to say they're like Hailstorm or something like that. All right. So the other thing is, I think you would we would see from the side the blast go past you. So to be like the what's the Memorex, where the guy would sit thing the wind.
Yeah.
So she stands there. She probably took a little bit of damage. I mean, you don't know that she's got a mutation that protects her from energy. So for all the world, it's like some idiot standing in front of a jet wash, but it doesn't seem to bother her. So it blows her back, and just chunks fly out. When they settle, you are looking into a room covered in something biological. So picture strands that look like human nerve endings, but big. Like each nerve cell would be about the size of a palm. And it's a network of what looks to be nerves. And the entire vault is full of these things.
Gekko?
I am not entirely sure what that is.
Looking around, do we see 8 credit cards at all?
It's hard to see anything in there because it's like, again, it's just like picture it being full of spider webs, but the spider webs are nerve endings.
What happens if you try to take a little bit and pull it off the wall?
So Dia's gonna walk up and bang one. You pluck the harp.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a willpower save.
Oh boy.
Fucking yes.
How?
Look at you.
When you
3D
do that,
and you still got it.
there's a knot of pain in your gut, and it's all you can do to not drop to your knees and just start like urinating, like letting all of your bodily processes just on a full dump.
Don't touch that. Oh.
I wonder if
from the back of the vault where it's dark, there's little shimmery lights like dancing in these things.
So I see D go to the ground. I'm getting a weird vibe off of this thing. I'm going to cast Read to see if I can communicate with it at all.
Okay, give me a divine.
Okay.
I don't think we bothered to tell Satine that he's a mage.
Oh, yeah, I'm a wizard.
I figured it out.
Oh,
Yeah. He
what?
said he was a wizard.
I didn't know that either. Your head just went hot, and I was like, "That's weird."
I got 2 partials.
It is a conscious, sentient entity. So some forms of extreme mutation in rad zones are known as aberrations. Aberrations tend to be unique as opposed to like mutant species. Like, you met all kinds of things during your adventures that
This is like a singular type of entity.
it's a one-off.
A mutated here and here only.
And they're also a lot more like aberrations in D&D. Like they tend to be other. Like they're so strange. They're like these unique things. The only thing it's thinking is curiosity.
Curiosity?
Yep. You're not sure that door has been opened since it was born.
Hey guys, this thing is alive and it's intelligent and it's curious, but I don't know about what.
Where are the credit cards?
So you could explore the room, but you'd have to go in there and very carefully work your way through the nerve endings.
I hate that sentence.
I've done my job.
Yeah, Enola's like, okay, I'm messing with freaky nerve endings.
I mean,
I'm gonna hang out with Enola and ask her more questions about her hot sauce because I can't do it clearly.
yeah, well, it's probably because it's rad, right?
So what you'd be looking for here if you wanted to try it would be acrobatics tests. This is a little like, you know the heist movie, like Laser?
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta weave through the lasers.
I'm doing it.
This is like the gross deluxe version of that.
I have good acrobatics. I can do that.
I'm standing outside. Actually, I'm the one that nah, screw it. I'm doing it. I've seen you fail forward. I'm gonna try it.
Wait,
Go Gekko.
Gekko's making his move.
So Gekko heads in.
Ooh. Oh, we got in.
starts doing it.
Nice.
Sweet.
You see
Nice.
I hate
that
this.
there was gold stored here and that it's been eating it. So the gold that exists is all worn down, almost like it was melted or it's evaporating. And it apparently is the food source for this thing. You going to keep looking?
This thing ate my credit cards. I'm going to eat it. Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it another acrobatics?
Yep.
Huh, no.
Okay, so let's
Ooh.
see.
Good
That was
one.
less.
I don't
You
remember.
do have good karma.
You want
Yeah.
to use the good karma? All right, so use the good karma that makes it a success.
Woohoo!
That means I get that. And you make it to an area towards the back that has boxes that have Austin PD reference tags on them. So this appears to be some things that the police department is keeping in this vault for storage.
Mm. Keep
I don't know if they're here, and I hate it.
keep looking.
You know what? Let's do it.
So what do you want to do? Keep looking or open the boxes and look inside?
Oh, okay. That's true. You know, open the boxes. Let's do it. If there's a brain in there, Mike, we're fighting.
like that's a Gabe versus Mike fight, not a Gekko versus the brain
that's
fight.
that's
Yep. And Mike's pausing makes me feel like
No.
I'm getting ready for fisticuffs.
It's. I'm just wondering when you're going to figure out that you're already in the brain.
Like an octopus. It has, it is its own brain.
So I think I've already put myself in a position where I have to fight, but it's not in the box. The one place the brain isn't is that box.
Then what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Ironically,
in the box?
it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. It's not. So the problem is to open the box or move it, you will have to disturb the tendrils at least a little bit.
Great. I got to touch nasty. I've seen
Well,
enough.
no. You can just move the top of the box, but it's got
Stuff on it.
attached to stuff.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah. Let's move the box and fucking brain
Roll a
box.
d6 for me. It would be great if you did roll a 4.
Great for who?
You.
If I don't roll a 4,
They just don't roll a 4. We're playing Don't Roll a 4. It's a great game.
God, it's gonna be a 4, Mike.
You got it.
Oh my God.
You got it. Oh!
Yes.
No whammies. No whammies.
I saw the 4, and I was like, "Don't you dare do this to me."
The Bob.
Yes.
It is aware
Yes.
of Gekko, and it is attracted to Gekko.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
of course. I mean,
that's obvious. I mean, next.
I had to. It took Gabe's brain a minute to process like the A word. I'm like, is it magnetic? Polarity?
The box that you open is full of stolen credit cards.
Love you.
Jackpot.
Yay.
The tendrils are starting to slowly change color. They're darkening.
Oh, I get out of there.
Hey, Gekko, do you have what you want?
Yes, I do. Why?
This thing is interested in you, and I don't know if that's good for you or bad for you.
So you have
Wait.
one tendril connected to the box top.
Yeah.
What the change is doing is it's getting harder. So almost like a 2-part resin, like it's getting.
It's solidifying?
Yeah, it's like you were dealing with silly putty, and now it's almost like it's hardening.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And-
good. Go.
I'm gonna take credit cards because you just described a brainstem boner.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Can you
I'm gonna
scoop the stuff out of the box?
He said it's
Just take the box.
just grab
That's
it.
true. Well, isn't it connected to the box though?
You can leave
The
the
lid.
lid. It's going to
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the box and leave the
Oh,
lid.
the lid. Okay.
Yeah. So Nevada, it's trying to stop them from leaving.
Oh,
Aw.
Gekko, you need to get out of here.
Yep.
It wants to keep you here.
No, I've read enough comics to see how that goes.
Yeah, just make sure you keep to the American comics. The Japanese version of this story.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Did you say what you said? I got you.
And we've got the box.
Yep.
Okay.
Running out the room. I don't want to be in the room with this
running out of the
brain-
room.
brain
Acrobatics
boner.
test. You got to play a little more limbo to get out.
Oh hell. I'm
Otherwise,
dead.
you have to cut some of these things.
I'm dead. We're dead. We're so dead. Oh my
You're
god.
great.
Oh,
I
no,
got a couple partials.
Yeah, partial success.
okay.
5-5.
I mean, it would be terrible if I did this.
You monster.
Uh-oh.
Don't you dare!
Okay?
Well,
One of the rules of that is that you're not going to be able to just flip it back in the same scene.
okay.
So he is now in a room full of very tough, inflexible tendrils. So basically, you're trapped, and there's no give.
Oh, he's kind of like caught in a web mesh kind of.
And it is very happy that he's a part of it now.
Oh,
Get on fire.
hey, okay. So I'm sort of standing in the door watching this happen to Gekko.
Yeah,
How high up do these things go?
floor to ceiling, wall to wall.
So that it's like it just takes up this room,
Yep, it filled the room gradually.
but it's not like there's no, and this is, I mean, it's a vault, right? So it's like a black box. It's like literally
Yep,
just the thing.
something in here was infected and mutated. Like there was no way to get out. It's been eating the gold, and it's like just it fills the space pretty much.
I got an idea, guys. I'm gonna try to break it from the top.
Gekko, you're listening to this while you're like,
So I'm gonna levitate
huh?
up as high up as I can, because I feel like if I tell Enola to throw something in there, it's Gekko's fucked.
I've already got like a hot sauce open waiting for you.
Yeah, if it's a brain, and if it tastes,
Yeah, what if you put hot sauce on it? If
Oh!
it's hot,
I'm the backup plan.
Okay, okay. Here's what's gonna happen. Gekko, hang tight. I'm gonna float. I'm gonna float up to the top of this room and kind of try to break this peanut brittle and like from the top.
So you can't get in because you've got
Well, I can't
door,
get in.
door room, and it was all the way to the door.
Oh.
So you can't. You're looking at like at this point, it's just like semi-calcified.
It's just like so it's just like a web of hard.
Yeah.
Wizard. I just hand you the bottle of Tabasco of like hot sauce.
Is it a very spicy one?
This is a really spicy one. This one's on my grenade belt, or from my grenade belt.
All right. So this one is spicy enough that when you pick up the bottle, you're not sure if it's actually warm, or you're so psyched that your brain is telling you it's warm, but it feels like the bottle itself is hot.
Me,
Yeah.
Nevada. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can kind of like communicate with the thing again to let them know that they're host.
It is, its emotional state is like a throbbing hug of welcome to someone else, because it's been alone the entire time it's existed. So it's entirely focused on just Gekko.
Okay. And do I get any sense of like it will be sated any just like waited out
no,
for a couple minutes?
It's trying, just get it, keep it. He's ours.
My precious at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, we got to put the hot sauce on it.
Yep.
That's a weird
Good.
sentence.
Yeah, we do.
So do we all like acrobat and go up to different parts of it and put hot sauce on it?
Well, I made an endurance save,
Okay.
and you. So, oh god, it sizzles, literally sizzles, and that tendril turns back pink,
Turns back kind of a pink color,
like it was.
but that's it.
Well, you've got more hot sauce.
Okay, Enola, D, Erik, this thing doesn't like the hot sauce. Look, Enola, we're probably going to have to help you replenish your supply, but I think we're going to need as much hot sauce as we can if we're going to get Gekko out of this brainweave.
Wait a second, Mike. Is there like a? Oh, this is gonna be so sorry. I'm so sorry, Gekko. Is there a pulsing middle? Is there like a?
No, it is like spam.
Okay.
Like it is.
It's all what it is.
It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
What if we use the little guy? The dead.
I mean, that's our most valuable hot sauce.
That's my most valuable hot sauce. But you guys are gonna owe me. You can have the rest of what's on my belt, but this one's mine.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
So respect it.
Gekko, make an endurance save.
Deal.
Yes, sir.
One of the tendrils that's touching your arm
Oh no.
is starting to go into your skin,
Oh, no.
but you feel it and you pull back, and it goes like, and you see a little bit of a scar on your arm. You think it's trying to absorb you.
Ew.
Hot sauce now. Hot sauce now.
Hot sauce.
Not gold.
No.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce now.
Hot sauce.
I'm not gold.
Excuse me, there's been a mistake.
Yeah. Flesh. I'm just golden.
So, kill it, blow it up, hot sauce.
Hot sauce it.
Hot sauce.
I think we got to hot sauce it.
Say goodbye to Gekko.
No, we're not saying goodbye to Gekko.
I mean, hey, I'm making another character.
No,
got this
that will make
Gekko.
next week very interesting.
We're gonna
Alright,
hot
so
sauce the parts that are holding on to Gekko.
Right.
And everything is being used except the special soul sauce.
Yeah.
All right. So you start spattering the stuff on. The things sizzle and kind of go pink, and it's like an angry pink, like a rash, like flesh with a rash.
Sure. It's like hot sauce.
Yeah. And you're able to wiggle Gekko out of it. Once they're comfortable, you can pull him out.
With the box.
And I assume he's clinging to it. the precious credit card box. Yeah.
He's got it like holding it like a running back.
That's my child.
Yeah, you have literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in like the ends of uncanceled credit cards and gift cards and shit. Yeah. So you pull them out, and there's a little bit of a poof as you pull them out of the. And Navad,
Yeah.
you feel the elation return to a crushing sense of isolation and sadness.
Oh.
Ha. Hey, I'm gonna see if I can communicate with it to be like, dude, it gets just like hang in there. Can I send a message to
Are you
it?
going to send an "it gets better" message to a giant throbbing brain?
Almost, but I'll to basically say we're gonna leave the door open and be free.
Do you want to throw your good karma and just make that happen?
I'm gonna, if I can communicate that with good karma, then that's what I want to do. Because I don't want this nexus of psychic pain just being like, oh, like we're not
All we have to do is vote them out, Shannon.
horrid.
All right, so describe what that looks like, please.
Describe what it looks like.
Yeah, what you just did. What does it look like when people are looking at you doing this?
So I am standing and sort of I have my eyes closed as I'm sort of a light, kind of blue light is coming out of my hands. You'll slowly see a kind of a luminous eye, third eye open in the middle of my forehead. As I'm doing this with the tendrils, and they kind of hopefully relax as I walk away.
There's a little bit of that sparkling light that comes back on as you.
A little
All right.
sparkle. Okay.
You're now outside. You're back at the motorcycles.
Woo.
Ow!
You did find a small cache of coins that were silver that were in among the credit cards, which turns out to be more than enough to pay Enola, since her job in this plan of yours is at an end and absolutely vital. So you can actually give her the silver coins.
You go, Enola. Well deserved. Well earned.
Thanks. But you guys still owe me some hot sauce, so I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you when you're done whatever it is you're doing, and we're gonna make some hot sauce.
All right, and that is part one. Part two involves going to the Austin airport and trying to spend some money. If you've been anywhere near the Austin airport, you know it's real easy to spend money in the Austin airport. So I'm going to hand this over. We're going to go to Danielle for credits. But first, personally, thank you to Gabe and thank you to Satine. It was great throwing dice with you. And
That was super
Gabe,
fun.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Take care.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
It
So
was
Danielle,
absolutely
you're up.
a lot of fun.
I'd like to thank our moderator, Qui-Gon Bowers and Tiger Moon, Andrea's favorites for opening audio, our chronicler, Brett Grimstand, and as always, our technical director, Colt Joyce. Big thanks to Gabe Hicks and Satine Phoenix for being our guests. Join us next week as we continue our adventure with Gabe Hicks and new guest, Jasmine Boular. Until next time, we'll see you in the wasteland.